Oh, oops. I didn't go well. You guys repost the room. Leave some comments below. We're gonna play one more song
Oh, hell
because
yeah.
Wild here needs another coffee, or else things are
Same.
not going great. Let's do a little funny song here.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab
Keep
some
going.
too.
Here we go. Is this also not? What is this? All right, cool. Locomotief. Dit is een andere trein. Locomotief. Locomotief. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Passagiers, kom naar binnen. Even goed pikken, dan een kaartjes knippen. Niemand gaat zitten. Ai, zet die wakker, want de feest is binnen. Dit is alleen tweede klasse. We zoeken die eerste klasse. Fuck de stilte, coupé. We gaan lekker dansen, ga mee. Retourtje, retourtje. We pakken geen enkel. Retourtje, retourtje. Draai met die benkel. Dit is een andere trein. Locomotief. Dit is een andere trein. Locomotief. Dit is een andere trein. Locomotief. Locomotief. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Andere trein, bijna gemist. Draai op mijn pook, ben de treinmachinist. Fles is te groot, heb een kleine gepist. Bij jou doet ze zo, maar bij mij is ze lid. Ze doet lijf, zo we blijven met dopie. Heel de club is van mij, ze gelooft niet. Ze doet blij, dus zij wijst met de rolie. Wordt gezegd, ja, de trein was een sport niet. Fouilleren, fouilleren. Dikke tieten, ik scande. Fouilleren, fouilleren. Anders mag je niet verder. Dit is een andere trein. Locomotief. Dit is een andere trein. Locomotief. Dit is een andere trein. Locomotief. Locomotief. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. That's funny. Let's go.
What it be? Apes, Atlanta, and Zoe. Got wrecked so quick, I couldn't believe. Let another rip. Revenge on flip. Lost it all again, like what was I thinking? Time to make it count to your fam. Let's get this bread. Staying liquid like a bottle of hen. I'm stacking bitty till I get to 10.
Well,
The ticker is dead. The ticker is dead. High leverage is the game and the ticker is dead.
no, it's actually what's the ticker? Oh my god, everything went wrong with my soundboard, and then I had to get it replug it, and things are going wrong. Let's get a song DJ.
Yeah, I don't know
A
what you were
song jam
putting
up
in your
here.
coffee
Tick
when
for
you.
the rest of the show because
Yeah,
Wild cannot handle anymore. You guys
yeah.
had so many calls. I've been in so many spaces today as well. Be so kind to leave a few comments, repost the room.
Let me ask
Oh
you a
my
question
God, what the
and
hell
be
is
honest with
this?
yourself.
No,
Have you ever looked at your bank account?
no, I haven't looked at my bank account at all. I don't want to look at my bank account. I'm not dealing in the fiat. Where does that come from?
What
My
the hell is
computer
a
is
bank
starting to do
account?
things on its own. I don't know. Yeah, when we look at my bank account, it makes me just cry. I'd rather look at my Bitcoin stash. It
Yeah,
makes me happy,
straight up. Oof,
straight up.
that's a good point. Oh yeah, defund the IRS, everybody. I got another letter. This is
Fuck yeah.
the fourth letter I've received in like a week. Dude, it's oh my god, it's so annoying. This one is kind of cool. The last one, thank God. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but the last one, thank God, is like it's like, hey, so sit tight and for the next 60 days we're gonna review your information, then we'll get back to you. So it's like, okay, cool. Now I'm in like IRS limbo, purgatory. Yeah. So like
Yeah,
it's
sleepless nights for
yeah.
Tick,
You
right?
had two months. We'll figure it out and keep you guessing, and then maybe we'll say, oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
were
how they do
right,
it.
or they're gonna say, oh
Like a
no, you know what?
freaking abusive relationship, right? They tell you
Jeez.
one thing, they go like this: "We need to have a conversation,
Yeah.
but not today,"
Yeah.
right? You're sitting
Oh
there. What's the
man.
conversation about?
So
What's the
yeah.
conversation about?
Oh
Yeah.
man, it says what how does it say the thing about 60 days? I saw it. Anyway,
Yeah.
I have the so I'm stoked that I got a response back to my appeal because that's the main thing here is that I'm appealing what they're saying. They're like I'm like, look, you
What's an
guys,
appeal?
it's a whole complicated long story, but that's how it is dealing with the IRS. And I was honestly, this sounds so stupid and selfish and like uninformed of me, but I was like, ooh, dude, with the government shutdown, hopefully the IRS just kind of dissolves into nothing. And then, like, I stopped receiving letters, but that's not happening. The government shutdown isn't having any effect on the IRS whatsoever. Apparently, they're still full throttling it, chasing the little guy. I'm like, dude, get off my back, man. I'm just like an ant in this ant farm. Like, what the hell? I'm Neo in the Matrix. Like, I'm just an NPC. Like, why are you guys bugging me?
Well, they like to. That's just what they do, you guys.
Yeah,
Come on stage if you want to join the conversation. Let's welcome everybody, all 6 live streams, everybody on Kick, Twitch, Retake,
yeah,
Pump Fun, X, YouTube. I think I covered them all this
yeah.
time, right, in one go.
It's
Let's say hi to people there. Welcome. If you guys ever want to come on stage, you have to go to X, right, into this room. And so you can be on stage and have a conversation. I would love that, actually. Right? I was in a ton of spaces today. Well, not a ton, just in 2, but they were very long. And very nice conversations there as well. And I can feel things cooking in the kitchen. The TGs are rumbling, right? Nothing is like the trenches are. They're kind of heating up, right? They're just getting cooking, right? They're just chopping up the veggies and the meat right now, just to toss them in the pan. And I think everybody's just waiting for Bitcoin to take off. I
yeah.
just think
Is
that
on the
is what's
lower
going to
time
do. Yeah,
frames. Is it bullish right now?
yeah, it's
Excuse me.
bullish
Oh
AF
yeah,
on the
it's
lower
hella
time
bullish
frame.
momentum. Look at that.
Hmm.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
but
the
on the daily,
volume.
not so much.
Say it again.
Yeah. On the daily, not so much.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we're
yeah.
looking on the daily at a reversal
Right,
candle
right.
here, trend line coming
Let me
down. So what are we
see.
looking at? Well, I kind of told you guys 109 is going to be a thing, but that whole area between 106 and 115.8. I gave you the target of 115.8. It actually went to 16.2, but I took profits on 15.8, right? 115.8. And so 106 would be a great entry for me again. So I'm kind of seeing what it's going to do. And or else we'll just have to, buy back a little bit higher. But uh, that's uh, that's all gonna unfold in the coming time. So I'm still sticking to my guns here. The week between the 3rd and the 10th, I think that's where we're gonna build a reversal. I've been saying in these dates for like 3 months now.
Yeah,
From the moment that I saw that indicator for me, that I actually built that indicator myself. Now it's not always working, but I notice it when I think it's got it right. And then I'm like, yes, I can, and then I can actually bank. Mostly, I can bank my money on it. Right? It right, it gets it right, really perfectly right. But if it's off, it's way off. That's why Wild here try to get rich on selling technicals. Yeah, it's also a thing you can do, right? You can go to ChatGPT and write whole strategies for TradingView. Yeah. And so some of them are behind paywalls too. So, but yeah, I still use
what?
that one for myself, you guys.
Hold
Right.
on.
What?
Chat GPT TA is behind paywall, or did I not? Hear you right.
No, I haven't got. So let's say I want to do a Gaussian channel over a MACD or something like that, right? So
Oh,
I can code that, and then I can go to ChatGPT to write me the code for TradingView using these two uh, technicals, combine them into one, have it be accurate, slightly accurate for buy and sell signals on a daily, let's
wow.
say. And so it can do with that. And then you can put it in TradingView and make your own technical. It's not that hard. You can also build strategies, buying and selling strategies, but then you got to also do back testing and stuff. But it's doable. I actually did some of these strategies in TradingView using ChatGPT. Well, I don't know, it kind of gave me garbage. I needed to adjust so much on those that I might as just well started out on my own doing those. So,
What ChatGPT spit out was kind of like not
oh, what's
not
going on?
not as useful as you were hoping.
Yeah, not as useful as we were
Mm.
hoping.
The Gaussian, so wow. Can you explain what that is? I just put it on the overlay, and those are targets, possible
You
targets.
can you can overlay. So if you want to use an indicator for trading view, that's very, very helpful if you just start out trading for your longs and shorting. You might I always slightly adjust it because I'm trading on the fourth hour, so it's not giving clear signals on lower time frames, but it gives decent signals on the fourth hour. You can set a little bit tighter there, but it works for the daily. Certainly on charts that are older, right? So we're talking TRX, we're talking XRP, we're talking Ethereum, Bitcoin. Anything that's older than a couple of years, it really works well because there's tons of history in the chart there as well. So that indicator is actually that Gaussian channel over the MACD. Is exactly the one. Was that is that the super guppy? No, hold on. Let me see. Oh my God. I have to look that. Well, it's in my favorites. I know it is, but I have like 200 things in my favorites. And impulse. Yeah, the guppy is the MACD on the Gaussian channel, but then I have another one that is actually much more simple. The Lorentzian classification. Yeah, that's one to look at too, because it does that. That's that machine learning, right? Margin by Fibonacci Gaussian channel. No, 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 no. Oh my God, I gave that one away so many times. Symmetrical spectrum. Well, I'm gonna have to look. There's so many in there. I have to look that one up and give it to you guys. Oh, here it is. Gaussian filter MACD. Hold on. Let's remove because I have a lot of technicals in there. Okay, let's do this.
Oh, some scripts can be invite only. So let's say you make
Yes.
a script and you only want
Hmm.
your tribe to be able to use it, like subscribers, for instance.
Yep.
You can have
Yep.
like a special password protected because I
Yes.
just went to this Laurentian ML by
Yeah.
Sublime Traders has a red lock on
Yeah.
it. And when I went to use it, it
Yeah.
was like
That's I
invite.
got that one. That was
Sick. Very
but
sick.
yeah, that's machine learning. So
Oh, love it.
yeah. So this one is actually for free. This is a nice indicator, and you can really learn with this one because it uses the Gaussian channel and the MACD. So trading on the MACD is very popular and usually very good, but I kind of the MACD alone doesn't give me so much alpha. So I always want to have it either with a braid filter or a Gaussian channel, right? And so, what's this one called? It's the Kaufman locks, and it's the MACD Gaussian for Kaufman locks, and it's by lock. So LOXX. Did I say that right? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I see it.
yeah.
The
Gaussian filter MACD by locks.
oh,
LOXX on
oh,
TradingView.
yeah,
This
it,
one gives you signals. These are good signals. Take them. You can take those.
like the
Just don't use
longs.
them on the 30. Yeah. Now it's on the long, right? But you can also see when it comes in short. And then when you look at the chart, you can kind of see what's happening with the pattern as well. So you can learn a lot from that, right? So this is a very nice trading. It gives you your entries, your longs and your shorts, right? It doesn't give you targets, so you still got to do it yourself. But this is a massive improvement for trading, I would think, if you're just starting out. This one is golden, right? And it also gives you the candle on which the return is, right? You can see that short coming in, boom, and it lights up. Yeah, yeah, beautiful. So locks, MACD Gaussian channel by locks, LOXX. You guys look it up if you want to trade. Let's say good morning to people on stage. Adam was first. Adam was first. Jim. Adam.
Jim. How
Jim.
you doing, guys? Good to see you. So, do any of you? I'm gonna have to get some more alpha from you on the trading view stuff, Wild. But do any of you guys use Coin Tick?
Never. I've used
I've
Coin
heard
So,
about
Market
it, but I'm
Cap,
not using it.
but never used Coin
Coin
Tick.
Tick
Coin
CoinTick
check.
is super cool. So it's super cool. Like if you're a Mac, if you use a Mac, I don't know, it might be on PC as well. But basically, what it does is it puts tickers up in your like. I've just drawn a blank. What's the damn thing called? Like the thing at the top, right? You
Yeah.
know where the clock is and everything, and like the
The feed.
you know like the menu at the top of your on a Mac anyway. They look like that, right? So I think it's different
Oh
on
yeah, the control panel.
different computers. Yeah, like so it puts the tickers, it like injects the tickers into the control panel. Like so you know you can look at the time, you can look at the price of Bitcoin, you can look at the price of Ethereum and everything else like that. And it's really cool. And I've used it actually for years now. And it's just yeah, you know, because it's like some days you wake up and you're like, oh right, well like oh there's
What's
the price of
happening?
Bitcoin is it's not interesting enough to do anything, right?
Right.
But what I discovered today is they've actually indexed Sang. So like I didn't realize, but like because you can't find Songjam on TradingView, right? But it's on
No.
CoinTick, which I'm like super stoked about. So I'm able to look. I've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Hype, Virtuals, and Sang all on my CoinTick. So this is like a real life upgrade.
Yeah, that's very handy to have. Um, hold on. Somebody's asking me a question here.
Yeah, that is awesome. Do you have an Apple Watch by chance, Adam?
I don't actually have an Apple Watch. No,
Uh,
I don't have one.
yeah,
I'm not. Yeah. Have you
on
got one?
yeah, sometimes I have one. I've had one for a few years. Sometimes when I'm like running around and stuff, I have a couple apps on there. I have a B&B app, oddly enough, that allows me to like check Bitcoin and Solana and Sui price and all that stuff right from my watch, which is like kind of cool. Like if I'm in the middle of something, like, and I don't want to be rude, but but I'm still gonna be selfish and rude
Excuse
anyway.
me, I gotta look
Yeah,
at my
I'm like, yeah, let me just look at
Bitcoin.
my watch real quick. I'm like, oh, I'm checking my
Yeah, it's like
messages.
you stop paying attention to the time and you just start looking at the price of your coins, right? Your portfolio. So, but that's actually the kind of psychology that it encourages, I guess. But yeah, I actually find that it does help me make a decision as to like what I'm gonna do, you know, like in the near term, right?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I still cannot get over how many people were up in the crypto moonlight last night. Well, it was last night for me. It was good. It was morning time for you guys. But dude, there was like a ton of people, familiar faces. That was absolutely insane. Adam, you were there. Like everyone was there. It was like the craziest thing. And the Dodgers won the World Series with a record breaking, well, record tying 18th
Crazy.
inning, 18
Yeah.
innings. Yeah, it was just a
But
weird
how about we
series of
how about
events.
we just move it a little bit forward here
Yeah.
to say good morning to some other people. I don't want to interrupt the conversation too much. Well, I kind of do.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
be
go.
honest. right?
Let's go.
Let's say good. Well, yes, Adam. You know, Wild is not about games at all. Let's say good morning to Panda right here. Panda,
Hey, good morning, guys. What up? What up?
Jim,
what up?
how you living?
Nah, not much actually. I'm just
Not
chilling
much.
on the computer, not doing
No,
really too
no,
much.
no God candles. Nothing happening.
Nah, there's nothing huge going on. No, like, not at the moment anyway.
All right.
Curious to see what Alpha drops by over here. See how you guys doing.
I'm just opening a cherry Pepsi
Ooh.
Max.
Ah,
Because I earned it. Normally I can
yeah,
only
yeah,
get this on the weekend, but today was a busy day, guys. As you can tell by
yeah.
my
What have
voice.
you been up to?
Well, I've been in tons of spaces, but I also had a lot of scheduled calls and catch up and meetings and collabs and whatnot. So that's why I know the trenches are cooking, right? So there's tons of fabulous stuff coming out. I can tell.
Oh
But it's
yeah,
gonna, yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. Wait for all of that, you guys. There's gonna be just stick with these spaces because there's gonna be alpha dropped here for you guys. So I'm trying to raise up entries for the village as well. So
how's it going for the thing you're working on? Can you say anything about that? Like, I've been wondering about that. Like some.
I'm gonna do a test launch on next Wednesday because I picked a chain.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna say what it is and where we're going. There's gonna be I mean, this is gonna. I'm gonna make it so hyper. This is crazy, right? And but yeah, hold on.
I'm curious about that. Oh, how's you? How are you, Tech? What's up with you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Same old stuff, man. Just trying to dodge the IRS. No, I'm just playing. But this, these letters from the IRS have been driving me
Yeah,
nuts.
Tick's got a new hobby at the
Yeah,
moment, right?
my new
It's
best
dodging
friend
too.
is the IRS. Dude, they're like my pen pal. Literally, I'm playing like email
Yeah.
tag and mail tag with them. Dude, I had sent out an appeal for they had sent me like an invoice and like no that's not correct like this blah 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 and then I receive another one and they're like you're delinquent on your payment, this is the interest plus if you don't answer us in 30 days. Like I'm thinking to myself like I already sent you a letter. So then I email them and the same day I email them I receive another letter that's like oh hey we got your information. So I'm like okay, so that they must have sent out the other letter before they received my information. Dude, it's just like as confusing as it could possibly be. And it's like, it's annoying because I'm dealing with a government entity, like dealing with something as serious as the IRS. Like I joke about it, but the reality is if they really want to, they could like take away my car, or like garnish my wages, or like freeze my bank account, for instance. Like things like that are very real. And so that's why I'm like, okay, I need to take care of this correctly, responsibly, and quickly. And I'm sorry to make it all about me, but uh, that's been driving me nuts. And I feel like it's relevant because
Not sorry.
it's relevant to crypto though, because this is the result of my gains and losses, my P&L, and there being some I don't know what the word is, like miscommunications or misunderstandings about what the assets are worth or what I may have earned from them. I think that it's saying that I earned way more than I actually did based on my digital
Tick is a
assets.
millionaire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't have any money to pay you guys, and I'm not liquidating in order to pay you. So we got to figure something else out. I'm gonna basically I appealed it, and so I have to wait 60 days now, and
Yeah.
I'll give you guys an
Well, you
update.
know what? I have to do. I mean, look, I have to do everything to show my nonprofit, right?
What do you
And
mean?
that is a hassle as well. So I have a nonprofit
Yeah.
for investing, and so and then that is part of that is going to be for my pension. Part of that is going to be for schooling and investing for my child, right? So that's the in the statutes. It's written up this way, so it's for this. And so I can funnel some through there. But if Wild wants to buy an island, no, we cannot have that. I got to do a different way, right? Because the nonprofit cannot uh, have these assets. So
Oh yeah, or Lambo.
yeah. So,
You
but
could
look,
you
where
could do what
there's
my
a
buddy
will,
did.
there's a way.
My buddy just
Well,
got a
there's
hundred
now
thousand.
there's this MICA, right? So we in every country in the European Union is dealing with this MICA crypto loss, and they were working on it for a little bit, and they pushed it through. and it's freaking ugly AF, right? So basically, they want you cannot make money on crypto. Just they make it kind of impossible. But we'll find a way. It's not that big of an issue. We got also senior prefect on here. Senior son, how you doing?
Yo, 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 what's good? What's
Good
good?
morning. Good morning. I know that you were the one in my DMs asking questions for that engagement.
Yeah, I just wanted to know because
Yeah.
my engagement's a little off and
Yeah.
I get followers like
Yeah.
every time, but they don't seem to engage. Maybe they don't see my posts. So I
Yes.
wanna
So
talk
so
about it.
hold on, let me go and look at your engagement. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so you're doing.
Well, maybe you could get a Lambo if you put this like the name of the nonprofit on the side of it and be like, yeah, it's a company vehicle.
Yeah, right.
A
Yeah, I
Lambo
could, but
truck.
then I can only use it here. I cannot do that in any other country.
Ah, true that.
So, so,
Okay, so
I'm just going over somebody's profile. Hold
yeah,
on,
I
let me
want to.
just
Is there
look.
a ticker that I should pull up? Oh shit.
No, no, no. I'm just going over. He was asking for some engagement. So,
Oh,
in the DMs this
gotcha.
morning, and I couldn't entrench his space, and I couldn't answer there anymore because I was doing my workout in the last half an hour of the space.
Mm.
But 4 hours ago, you did your engagement. Look at your engagement rate. It's because of your engagement rate.
Yeah, I just sent you the picture in your DM. Check your DM.
Yeah. Yeah, I could already tell. It's your engagement rate. That needs to be up 10%.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
You're not getting anybody replying to you. That's the rate. So when you are posting, and let's say you get 100 views, and only one person is responding to your good morning out of the 100, that's that 1%. Yeah. So if you do 1,000, if you have 1,000 views, you need to have 100 comments, right? That's basically when you go into that 10% zone. So for every
Oh,
100, you need 10 instead of one. And how do you do that? Well, yeah, you need to raise that with, um, you can do that with more elaborate responses to other people.
okay.
Yeah, and then ask them a question like, "How are you doing today?" Instead of "Good morning," "Hey, good morning. What's your plans today? What's up?" Right? Or something like that. Also,
So
for
I
your
should,
own post,
I should
when
keep
you are,
posting.
okay, write this down. First, maybe some information from you. When you post, let's say your good morning, what do you do? So you posted it,
Yeah,
and what do you do?
I like and repost my posts.
Yeah, you post your post, but before you post, you go say good morning to 30, 40 other people.
Yeah, kinda like 5 to 10.
Yeah, but you need to up your game there a little bit more. Do 20, 30,
Okay.
and then you go to the bigger accounts, and then you go post your own GM, and then you're gonna go back on your timeline and GM the hell out of everybody. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. That's how you get your engagement up. And then do that with every post. So if you're gonna post something about a chart, go comment on other people's charts when you see them on your timeline. Now, when you say good morning a lot, your timeline will be polluted with lots of good morning posts. So what you can do
Yeah,
is just,
exactly.
yeah. All right. So what you can do is just go into your little thingy where your settings, and then you can mute the word good morning and GM. And then all of a sudden other stuff will appear. Yeah. And so when you're done good morning people, you're gonna mute these words and then you're gonna respond to other stuff that relates to the one that you want to then put out again.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. And it's even better if you have something in your bio. So let's see what's in your bio, my guy. Now we're gonna just go it. So blockchain, Web3, space host, mod, the only ways. Okay. So talk about blockchain, use the words. Web3, use these words, right? Because it corresponds with your uh, profile, with your bio. So if you don't know, you feel uninspired, Just look at your bio and then come up with something and use these words.
All right, all right, all right.
Yeah. So here's kind of what I'm looking at. Maybe you guys seen over the last 2 weeks lately some weird posts of mine that don't really fit or can fit, but are not necessarily known for me to be posting like that or post these things. That's all for the numbers, right? I'm cooking, and I just want to have the analytics come back to me, so I have something to say about this. But your bio should be your post should be like 50% the first thing that you mention, 30 and 20. That's basically where I'm at right now. That yeah. So if you have three things, it's going to be that your posting should be 50% about this, 30% about that, and 20% about that. That should correspond to give you some more lift in the algorithm.
Oh, I'm learning a lot here.
Yeah, it might be a lot to take in, right? But just work as
Yeah,
always. Start with your good morning post because that's the easiest one to gain traction in, and then start building the other ones.
I feel like timeline matters because I'm Nigerian
Yes.
and like this is 8:30 in the evening in the night. Sorry.
Yeah. So this is a good
Um,
night post.
okay, 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 okay.
I don't do good night posts because people expect to be replying. This is also a thing that you should be doing. If people say good morning to you, say good morning back. Go to their profile, look for their good morning post. That's a great way to get engagement back for yourself as well. It's like you're giving some love back to somebody. It's like, oh, you said good morning to me. Let me go ahead to your profile and say good morning too. Now, it's understandable, and there were weeks where I had, if I'm really busy on X, I have 800 comments under my good morning. I cannot good morning everybody back, right? But I at least try to do that with the first 100 people always. So first come, first served, right? Give some engagement back that way. So that's very
Yeah,
important.
yeah.
Yeah. So make that a practice, but just start putting a little bit more effort in who you are responding to because you want engagement back.
Yeah, I feel like I respond to, bigger accounts and
Yeah.
they don't reply back.
Yeah, bigger accounts before you post your post, and then you can GM whoever after that.
Okay, okay, okay.
Now, if you like some new followers when you GM people, oh my God, I can't stop myself from all the alpha. You go and use the search bar. You go to search bar, you type in GM most recent, and there you see people who are GMing other people. These people you may not know. Go to the profile, say good morning, and say let's connect and follow first. So even you can utilize your good morning replies, which you're already doing, and bring them back into also getting some followers and making some new good morning friends.
Okay, so I should go to search bar and reply to the latest good morning messages from randoms.
Yeah, you could do that. But there's
Okay,
also
that's a deal.
people, you get everything that has good morning in it. So you're also getting people who are replying to other people. But it just means that they are active. So go ahead and click on those. Go to the profile, see if they have a good morning post out. Just go ahead and good morning them, no matter if that post is new or not. Because usually these are people that don't have many followers, they don't get any engagement. They'd be happy to see you come by and say good morning, see? And then you made a friend on top of that too. You're making the day.
Yeah,
Like, oh my God, someone said good morning to me. Winning. And it's always good morning. It's always nice, you guys. Wish each other good morning. I love to get good mornings. I take it very personal when people say good morning or have a blessed day. Make my
yeah,
morning
yeah.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Good morning plus a little uplifting message.
Yeah. Well, not even, but I like it when I see neighbors. I'm like, in the morning, I'll go like, hey, good morning, too. I'm wishing somebody a great day. If somebody wishes me, I thank you as well. Thank you. Right? 300 good mornings. My day is great. It really is good. Isn't it? So for your payout, that looks anywhere. If you get 1,000 interactions every day for 2 weeks, you're sitting at around 100 to $150 if you get good engagement. It also kind of depends on the length of the replies that are being sent back to you, but you're going to be
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
somewhere. Yeah, but it takes 1,000, so you need 200-300 on your good morning minimum. I'd love to have it like four or
Mm.
500. Then the who's active, another 50 or 100, and then another post, another 50 and 100. That's how you should be looking at your day, like very dry and technical like that, right? And then we can give,
Mhm.
it's going to be a little bit different because it's calculated different on how that gets paid. If there's many premium plus, you get more. If it's just premium, you get a little bit less. And these are the only people you are going to get paid from, only from the blue checks. You're not getting paid for views, and you're already monetized, so don't even chase the views there. That's going to mess up your engagement rate, see? But yeah, that's the alpha. Go work with that and let
By
me
the way,
know.
Wild. By the way, Wild.
Yeah,
I tried your your 5 second rule, right?
yeah,
Is that what you call it? Posting the video in
yeah.
the
Yes.
community,
Yes,
and it's pretty. It's so
it's
one
working.
thing that it is it is
Yes, I
kind of
tell you.
it's starting to work, and I'm actually quite amazed, and it's I've been sitting on the sidelines of these communities
Yeah,
and not quite understanding the point, you know.
yeah, yeah.
And I feel like like I've been quite a retard about the whole thing.
Well,
And
no, Adam, because a lot of people in these communities don't even know. Not everybody knows this. Maybe the 0.5% of everybody knows. What I'm giving you is like newly found alpha. This is not just.
yeah,
Uh,
it's actually been really really cool. It's actually
yes.
been like surprise it like because yeah, I mean just honestly, there's not I think my post today is like number two that isn't pinned, right? So it's the third
Yeah.
tweet in
Hmm.
the Virtuals community, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
And that's just the first one, and I didn't even put much effort into it.
No, no, it's not about
So
the effort. So there's the
thanks for
thing.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about being smart rather than
Exactly, right? And in order for us to be smart, we gotta go by numbers. And so that's why I worked on this for a whole month to give everybody the numbers, to get all of the numbers in. And I have tried tons of other stuff, 10-second videos, 5-second videos, 280 characters, less than 280 characters, because there's something to it, right? So we can manufacture some things, I noticed, and this is the one way. And so, like I said, the first time I got over 1 million, and then 2 days later, boom, 9 million. Because when you get momentum, it compounds so quickly. But again, Adam, a fair warning: views have nothing to do with engagement. These things are separate. There are little videos out there have only 30 comments and 15 million views, highly viral, but only 15 people replied. And so the
sure.
guy went viral, but he's not making any money because we're only getting money from people who reply, from engagement, from a like, and more like very low paid for a like. We get all the cloud, all the payment is from the comments, from the reply under your post. And so virality does not equal engagement.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
But it helps. It helps for sure.
Well, actually, no, because it deboosts you a little bit. Well, this is what I'm trying to say.
If
So
you go
if you're
too viral, if
if you're
you
already,
need to get the
yeah.
balance right, is what you're saying, I think.
Here's what happens, what I just explained. When you have like 1,000 views, but there is only 10 people giving a comment, that's your engagement rate. It's the replies, it's the views um, divided by the replies. That's your rate. That rate needs to be high. The higher that it is, the more you get pushed out in the algorithm, the more replies you'll get back. That actually what drives engagement, is your engagement rate. It's a very important marker. Now, if you go viral, but you're not necessarily getting any more replies than you usually do, maybe 50 more, but it's outrageous. Normally, you get maybe 3, 4K, 5K, and then it's let's say mine was always about 10 or 15%. So that meant that for every 1,000 views, I got 100 people saying good morning. Let's say a little bit more.
Sorry, I want to ask something.
Yeah.
What about likes and retweets? Are they part of engagements or
No,
impressions?
no, they do very little for you actually, especially because the people with a blue check tend to not do this, and so a lot of people with non-blue do it, and it's not bullish because we're not getting paid from anything in that direction. So, and if the account is shadow banned, that reflects bad on you as well. So, yeah.
Okay.
But just to get back to the engagement rate, so you directly see like a negative effect from going viral, but not having too much benefit extra in your engagement or people going to your profile, because people spending some time in your profile also gives you a boost in the algorithm. But a boost is only meaning I get more views. It's up to me and my post to rein in the engagement. And that's why we see so many people rage posting, rage baiting, right? That's why we are where we are in society, because people are getting paid for engagement. And so they're going to be engagement triggering posts. And they're going to be ridiculous. And sometimes they're very simple. It's like coffee or tea. And it's like, what the fuck? So it doesn't give any quality at all. And so Twitter wants to reel that back a little bit. And so they're going to reward videos. They're going to reward longer posts. That's why we are now leaning towards 280 characters. But in the end, we kind of know that we're doing that for no one in particular, because turns out nobody's reading a third or fourth sentence anyway.
Yeah.
When people see good morning, they're already saying good morning. They're not looking at the rest of your post. They're like, oh, good morning, good morning.
I don't get past like
Yeah,
4 words. I read like
yeah,
4 words and I'm like done.
Yeah.
3 words, perfect. GM fam.
I did a post once in a good morning. Good morning, Bitcoin looking bullish today. My coffee, blah blah blah. And then, shall I wear no pants today?
Whoa.
That's what I did. There was one out of 400 people that were like, "Are you kidding me? Yeah, sure, go pantless." The rest just said good morning, like the cows that they are, right? So and then one person out of 400 got to the part where I was asking at the bottom, like, shall I wear no pants today? Question mark. But nobody got there. Everybody was 400 people were coming with a good morning, have a great day, right? GNM, GM fam, right? But there was only one who was like, right, yeah, go for the non-pants, right? And it's like, oh, only one person got that. But that is how Twitter kind of built itself, and now they want to, yeah, rearrange some. But it's good because it also gives a lot of clout for what small creators, and so that's why we get actually we know this, and that's why videos. That's why the way I did it, I figured it out, Adam. And then when you do that, you post these videos, 5 seconds, 280 characters, and then get some traction in the first 5 minutes to be a good post in that community. And soon you'll be breaking out of that community, and then boom,
Yeah, this
that's
is
what's gonna
amazing,
happen.
and I think it's amazing. And you also, so you suggested to retweet straight away, right? That's kind of
Yes,
part of the strategy. Yeah, so
yes,
I did that as well. And then
yeah.
what do you make of untweeting, like unretweeting and retweeting it again later? Is there any point in doing that, or is
Yeah,
that
you
just,
can, but it's for maybe 7 or 10 people extra. I was
yeah,
like,
okay. So
what's the
it's all
point?
about the early
Immediately,
performance.
yeah, because when you post in a community, you have the option to also post to your followers. But how about the new people that are not following you? Huh? Huh? That's why we do that repost. So it also gets out to the people who do not follow you and are not in that community. So immediately
Wow.
repost it. So when you
Mind
do, and
blown.
this is
That's a
what?
freaking hack. No, I was kind of listening
It
to.
is a hack. It
Yeah,
is a
no,
hack.
that's
Yeah.
legit. So hold on, I was like kind of doing a million things, but if
Yeah,
I understand correctly, you're saying make the original post to the community, for instance, like
yeah,
Dojo Dog community
yeah. Or
or Soul
well,
Gods community
look,
or
it's
Soul on
nice.
Chain or whatever community, right?
Well,
Your
it
target.
works better.
Uh huh.
It works better if your post aligns with something in the community. So
Right.
if the
Okay.
community interest is finance and crypto,
Mm-hmm.
yes. If community is entertainment and you're
Mm-hmm.
coming with a fun entertainment video and you have an entertaining post, then yeah. If it's a good morning community, well, you're having a good morning post, aren't you? So you can all use these, but make them appropriate for what you're posting. So my community is wild media, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't even been shilling this one. There's 49 people, but I haven't even been shilling. So you posting in there will get you to the top pretty quickly because there's only 49 people. So you're going to be one of the top posters anyway. And I call it wild media, and it's about media. You can shill there, put your shills there, but also your good morning, put a shill in there, right? Yeah. And
I
so yeah.
I think I just realized that I got scammed by Solana because that Solana phone that I bought,
Oh,
like
it's
they dropped the Solana Play like a month later,
mm-hmm.
and all the
Mm.
timeline I'm seeing everyone post, but all the games. I know this is completely out of left field, but it is crypto related, and I'm just seeing a lot on my timeline about Play Solana. You're familiar with the handheld gaming device, and but the games, they don't look like, I'm not one for spending a whole lot of time playing games in the first place, and second of all, the games look super like pixelated and retro and like not like something that, but I just feel like I missed the mark, or maybe I'm still super early for the Seeker, but like it's just weird that Solana dropped the Seeker and then the Solana Play back to back, and it seems like the Solana Play is just all over the timeline. That's what's getting like max engagement with the Sog Monkeys and all of that. I don't know if you're seeing that as well, if it's because of my antenna, my
No, that's your
receptor.
timeline.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
timeline,
that's
because
your
of who I
timeline.
engage with. There's a lot of Solana people I
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I'm sorry to completely
No, no problem.
derail, but
Yeah.
yeah, no,
So
the
what's the
mhm,
what's the benefit then of going viral?
yeah.
Well, if you're not monetized, you're insta monetized now. So I think that's where it ends, right? There's no more extra bonus here to be had. Actually, it deboosted me, and I'm still working my way back to getting a good traction again because I
Wow.
had more than 1,000 interactions a day, and
Yeah.
right now I'm sitting on half of that.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
also because I haven't been that active. I only have been active in the morning, and so the
Dude.
algorithm catches up on that as well.
If you don't
And
use
I
it, you
have,
lose it.
yeah, yeah,
That's kind of
six,
like how
two,
it
3 days.
is, right? It's like
Yeah,
your
yeah,
muscles. If you stop,
yeah.
but it's actually even more rapid atrophy
Well,
than
you
your
know what happened?
muscles. Yeah.
What happened was I started really getting good traction when I still owned the gym because my life was more structured. So I had
Oh
times in
yeah.
the day where I could really be like, okay, let's spend 10 minutes on Twitter. Let's just go ahead, hit some people up,
Yeah.
boom,
And
right?
your time is more
But now,
focused.
yeah,
Yep.
but now I'm just doing this and I'm doing this and I need to go
Mm,
there and I need to go there and it's just falling in the net here. And so I got to
right.
do better. I got to do
And
better.
the
And it's winter
neurodivergency,
time
does
soon.
that help, or does that make things a little bit more
It helps and
challenging?
it does not.
I see. Yeah, I get what
Yeah.
you mean. Yeah, because
So
you have
yeah,
more like
yeah.
energy and drive and ambition, but at the same time, sometimes to
No, it's
dial it
only
in.
for
Oh,
certain things.
oh, I see.
So I lose interest. So I was like very like, I need to gain 10,000 followers
Right.
in 2 weeks,
Uh
and I
huh.
did.
Uh huh.
And then I lose all
Right.
interest after that. I
I
really go,
know,
and then my
dude.
brain is like, well,
You like goal, like yeah, because it's like, and that's good. I think that's your brain preventing yourself from getting yourself into trouble. Like, because it's like you accomplished your goal and then you didn't go to an extreme. Because for some people, they might be like, oh, I hit 10K so quick, now I need to hit 100K just as quickly or whatever, and just kind of overwhelm themselves with
yeah, well, that's
impossible.
actually
Yeah.
well, that's actually not so much neurodivergent because neurodivergent people, I've had it in earlier in life where I got really so focused that it was all that I did.
Mm,
And that is neurodivergency,
right.
right? So you're really getting stuck in something,
You
talk
have
And
like
yourself in a
then
hole.
some.
tunnel vision, where it's like everything else is
Yeah.
tuned out and you're just only focused on that one thing.
Yeah, and I'm relentless too, so I don't care. So
Mm.
here's the thing with people with autism is that we don't read other people well when it comes to it's not like we're not emotional, it's just I don't see them. But here's the thing that this is funny because I'm a psychologist as well. So this helps me. And in the beginning, it didn't. So I really needed to look more at people and I needed to learn this. Well, other people have that from childhood on, is something that neurodivergent people don't have. So usually we're highly gifted into 4D thinking, but not so much in seeing. So we don't pick up, we're lacking there. So that's why they call it neurodivergent. On some points we are overgifted, and then one point we're really lacking. And so the overall score is the same as anybody else, but we're going to have problems in some areas, see? And that's
Yeah.
on a spectrum as well, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like when you create a video game character, and it's like you have the attributes to assign to them, and it's like you can make them like, you can increase their ability to charm, or their intelligence, or their science ability, or their brute strength, or their, it's like you have different attributes. And like I feel like DNA is sort of like the same way, like, in genetics, the way that, people are.
Yeah, it's a bit of everything here, right? It
Yeah.
doesn't need to show up. It shows up differently in females than in males too.
And
In
it's nurture
females, it
versus
actually,
nature as well, plays a huge role in that as well, don't you think?
well, girls are more social, so they're more
Yeah.
prone to learn these things. Even if you're neurodivergent, you would
Right.
still play along, right? And you maybe learn it at a later stage
From like
because
mimicking
mimicking,
behaviors.
yeah.
Yes,
So we can
yes.
mimic it, and we can recognize it then. But it's not like we don't have emotions. It's just that also there's
Dis-
not that caring part
Dissociated
either.
a little bit. Yeah, you can compartmentalize and dissociate from, remove
Yeah,
yourself
that's
from
why
them.
we can make jokes, right? That's why we can make these jokes. And I really see
Yes.
it with my,
Damn.
yeah,
Damn.
right. So my daughter will, when I, like I said, when I ask her, like, hey, make me a cup of coffee, she would be like,
Yeah.
hey, you want some bleach in there? And we're
Yeah.
laughing.
Right. Right.
Other people will be like,
I.
what are you saying? And we're just like, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I'm like
That's
I might
funny.
be on the
Yeah,
spectrum a little bit, because sometimes I do that where I make a joke that people are like, "Whoa, like that's a little extreme." I'm
yeah.
like, "Yeah, my sense of humor
It's
is
like,
a little bit
yeah.
dark." And
And my daughter got really pissed off because she was doing a exam for English, and she got a 9.4. And this is the first 9.4, right? And
instead of
that's
a
from
10
a
out of
10.
10. Yeah.
Yep. And so she went and asked what questions she got wrong. And she was so upset because she showed me the questions. She's like, this is not right, is it? And it was like the song, in English, a song, and where would this be appropriate? And it was like a fun song, right? And there was A, B, C, and one of those was funeral. And she did funeral
Mm-hmm.
because she thought it was appropriate because it was funny.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, other people don't think this way, honey. You gotta,
Oh, I
Wow.
recognize myself so much in what you just said there, like in that sense.
yeah. And
Mm.
so if we can all be a little bit like that, but people who have that there's people with autism are also a little bit more prone to anxiety, and that's because they're really locking in on stuff. So like I said, when I try to research or something, I need analytics. I'm in there. I'm so focused on it. It's going to have my focus. I'm happy that it has my focus. I'm in there 100% trying to get into the nitty gritty on what's this about. And I come up with really good results this way. Yeah. But let's say you have this focus in capacity, but then you feel an anxiety attack. Boom, that focus then goes there. And so they have a
Yeah.
hard
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
fixing that,
I
right?
see. Yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of like
yeah.
introspective
Also,
rather than in the moment. All of a sudden, yeah,
yeah,
they start tripping over themselves as they're, becoming overwhelmed with the feeling of anxiety, instead of learning to channel that energy, because that anxiety is actually like drive and ambition that's like growing inside of you, telling you that you need to be doing
yeah.
something.
No, they don't see. No, 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 no.
Not
They're
always.
gonna no, because there's this pattern recognition that is not there. That's what's stripping it up.
I see.
So they don't recognize the thing that made it do it. And it's going to be external.
Mm.
So it's going to be like,
Wow,
it's
that's
because
deep.
there's too many people.
Hmm.
It's because there's this and that. They do
Yeah.
not see that it's just a mechanism in the brain on the inside. This is what's happening. You just breathe through it. It will pass. No, that's not any of that. It's not entering their brain.
Right.
And then when you fix one anxiety, when there's another anxiety, the solution doesn't translate well either because of that pattern recognition
I
in
love the alpha
emotion.
that you just
So,
dropped. You just snuck it
yeah.
in there so quick, though. This too shall pass. This too shall pass
Yes.
just absolutely so important for like if you're ever in a situation where you feel overwhelmed with anxiety and like your back's
Mm.
against the wall and just realizing that this too shall pass and that just to remember to
Yes.
breathe, just remembering to breathe
The more
sometimes.
you
Yeah.
you are resisting it, the more it keeps being around you, right? So there no resistance is usually the better solution here. Just let that
Mm.
happen, and we kind of have big examples of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like the tea is never served as hot as it just came out of the pot, right out of the kettle.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we know this. Let's say Corona, when we were in it, everybody was like, "Oh, right? Very high emoji. Everybody was just talking about it was a subject. But now looking back, now
Yeah.
that we let some time pass, right? And of course, what happened was brutal in the moment, for sure.
Right.
Not
Right.
denying any of that.
Yeah.
But how serious was it really? Even though
Right.
something big like that happened, right? We are just not even. We are 3 years since the last. In 3 years, we came so far with dealing with all of that, just
I
giving it
gotta.
a
I
place.
have a question. I
See?
have to ask. Do you see anyone wearing masks in Amsterdam? I'm sure Adam
No,
does in
not
Hong
even
Kong,
here.
because here in California, I still see some people wearing masks. It's maybe 1 in 1,000 people, but
Yeah.
there's still people wearing masks.
Well,
In Hong
I'm not
Kong,
saying, yeah.
I want to
Well,
know.
I'm not saying that there aren't a global, and I mean global, anxiety, new phobias coming up related to all of this. I'm not
Mm,
saying this was easy and it was nothing.
right.
I'm just saying if we went to go back into that first year of
Hmm.
Corona,
Hmm.
which is like
Knowing
four,
what
what
we
is
know
it, four
now.
years ago, 5 years ago,
Yeah.
right? What would we say? Is this 5 years from now? Is this going to be a thing? Everybody would have said yes, yes,
Yeah, I thought so. Absolutely.
and
I thought
and
we
the
were gonna be.
reality is
I
no.
thought we were wrecked. Yeah, I thought we were
Yeah, the
wrecked.
apocalypse. The
That's
apocalypse
funny.
is
I
here.
literally thought,
So
yeah, at
yeah,
some points I was like, damn, dude, like the sky is. I was chicken little. But are people
yeah. A
wearing
lot of
masks in
people were
Amsterdam
saying
at
this
all?
takes this. Hmm?
Do
Yeah,
you
at
ever
one point
see?
we had to, and then
No,
we didn't.
recently though.
Yeah.
Recently though, you haven't seen anyone
No,
wearing. Okay, I just saw someone
no.
last night. That's why I asked. I saw someone wearing a mask last night. I went to the store to get. What the hell did I go there for? To buy Halloween candy and stuff for the kids
Yeah.
coming up. But anyway, the lady that was ringing me up was wearing a mask, and I was thinking to myself, like, damn, like it's still going on. There's still.
In Japan is now
Yeah.
it's now a phobia, and
So
it's directly related to COVID. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
Adam, enlighten
in Hong
us.
Kong, in Hong Kong, people still you
Yeah.
do still see people wearing masks, but what I would say is that it's a very different, like the culture was already very different,
Yes,
and
exactly.
people wear masks. People wear masks just as
Fashion.
like a it's a
Yeah.
I
it is
remember.
almost like that,
I
yeah, but
remember before COVID,
it's
it was very
also
common.
out
Yeah.
of yeah, it's also kind of a polite thing, right? It's like because it's
Mm.
actually the point is to not spread the your if you've got a cold,
Mm-hmm.
you might just wear a mask just so you
Absolutely.
don't spread it to other
Absolutely.
people,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that was already the culture. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
I think that's
when
such
it
a
happened with
awesome thing. Yeah. Sorry.
yes, actually when it happened when COVID happened, it wasn't like no there was no everybody had masks, everyone knew the drill, right? It was kind of
Mm-hmm.
quite calm and collected and rational actually, like I mean obviously I wasn't in Wuhan, right? But so yeah, and then but I've ever since I've ever been in Asia, I would always see people wearing masks, and it was like from years back. So it's never been something that you would that's particularly noteworthy, right? So
Mm.
it's not like COVID didn't change that behavior. It just kind of made it super prevalent
Exaggerated.
Right.
Yeah.
for that crazy time. Man, COVID was insane, bro.
Yes.
Like
Definitely.
it was fucking insane.
But it's
Yeah.
only
And
been 5 years. A lot of people, if you would have asked them, my God, what is this? How long is this going to take us before we're back on track? And people would be saying like decades. Oh man, the 10 years, 20 years. Here we are, 5 years ahead, right? And so when we're in the moment of things that are terrible, we tend to give a different timeline around things that is actual, that is far from reality. And that's because we feel very much these emotions of fear and frustration and anxiety and everything that brought about so such an impact. And so that just the impact that it has makes us think that it's going to take at least like 10 years to get out of this mess, but that might not be realistic. And when things happen in your life, like a loss of a relationship, like a rejection or something like that, we, because it has such a big impact on us, we think, we go, oh man, this is gonna, I'm gonna have this feeling for forever. Well, you don't, right? You don't. And the more that you're just gonna tell yourself this,
Yeah.
and you're resisting actually the new that can be brought about by such a situation when things are coming down, right?
Mm.
Yeah, so we always like have a weird time perception when it comes with these things. When we feel things more,
Oh, time slows down.
our time starts, yes, warps. And
Yes.
so, and we know this too in high emotions. So when we talk about high emotions, we're talking about, let's say, being in
That
love.
that's how
That's when the
Einstein
time
came up with the
speeds
theory
up.
of relativity because he realized
Exactly. This
that
is,
when he would be
yes.
traveling on a train as opposed to when
Mm-hmm.
he'd be like with like a girl that he really liked, like a girlfriend, it's like time would fly when he was with the girl, but when he was on the train by himself, he'd realize that time would go by so slow. And like the theory of relativity was kind of like born from that kind of like realization that time, time and space are relative. It's kind of
It doesn't
it's pretty
exist
profound.
actually. It only exists, yes, it
Space time?
only exists because we got to make a reality.
Yeah, it's a construct.
It's a construct, yes.
Mm,
But it doesn't exist because the last time you think a memory is from the past, but it's actually you have the
right.
memory from the last time you remembered it.
Wow, yeah.
Nothing is true there. You can actually change your past right now, and that's what we do with EMDR, right? We change the past, we change the perspective, so we come with a different well, gosh, Jesus,
Emotion?
emotion. Yes, I
Yeah.
was talking Turkish today too, and it didn't help. How could I
Emoji,
say
emoji.
Yeah.
emoji? Yeah,
The emoji
emotion,
movie?
emotion. Yeah, well, no,
Sorry if I
but
said.
yes. So you're gonna attach a different uh, emotion to it, and then the memory will be different, a different experience.
Yeah.
And sometimes we know this, that we go through life and we do that automatically already.
Yeah.
And when are the times that we're seeing this significantly in people? There's been whole articles I've written on this and
Yeah, look,
research.
realizing that my okay, so let's say I had a resentment toward someone, like
Yes.
let's say
Yeah.
like my sister, like I was mad at her because she did something, blah blah blah. Well, if I look back on that situation and then I start realizing, taking accountability for what role I played in it, maybe like I let her borrow my car. This is fictional, but maybe I let her borrow my car and then she crashes it, and then I'm mad at her because she got in a car accident and like blah blah blah, and like but it's like I played a role in that by giving her
Yeah.
my keys. And I have to look
Well,
at that situation.
also,
It's
get
it's a
when
bad
your
example.
brain is developed, when your
Uh huh.
frontal lobe is developed, and that happens after you're 25. Very different insights you're going to get there,
Mm,
especially on your childhood, because now you see things a little healthier and broader,
yeah.
right? And so there's tons of because all of a sudden, what do you have to do now? You also have to work. Just
Yeah.
a simple thing that
You
you
have to be
working.
responsible.
All right. Yeah, yeah. Of course, your dad was yelling at you because he was trying to get some sleep because he worked night shifts. So you're gonna
Yeah.
look back and filter
Wow.
memories like, hey,
Yeah.
maybe he was an asshole in the moment, but I kind of understand hindsight.
Yeah.
Why? Because fuck, I have a night job now and it ain't freaking easy, right? So the
Right.
experience of you is changing the experience you had before.
Mm.
And this is why this is also very much evidence of how time is a construct, because you now change the past because you change the perception. So you can, if we can do that with the past, guess what? We can do that with the future because that's the real alpha then, right?
And that's kind of like how manifestation works, is kind of
Yes, because what happened when we changed that past? Something changed first inside of us. We shifted perspective.
reprogramming.
That's
Yeah,
the
it's
reprogram. Yeah. But telling yourself that you're a millionaire, you need to have your subconscious believe it. Well, how
mm,
does it believe? It only responds to, just like the algorithm. consistency, so the concise message, and then hype emotion. So it's just like the algorithm. We build algorithms, but actually we are projecting the algorithm of us outside, right? So it works the same. So if I need to reprogram, I need repetition, but I also need some hype because I want to engage, right? I
Mm.
need engagement. So I'm going to hype. What do we mean with hype? Well, these emotions, right? So the better, the higher the emotion, and I'm not talking about positive. This could be negative from it. Positive, negative is also a construct here. It's about energy. Emotions are energy in motion. That means that we can harvest that energy from them, and we can use them to then do something else, reprogram. And so either you can conjure up being very, very angry, and that brings about a a change, or something really magnificent. It's usually easier to do with negative emotions because we tend to feel those a little bit more, right? Because happy is something that a lot of people cannot explain. But anger, yes, we all been there. But happy is kind of fuzzy up there. We're not touching that a lot, right? What's that happiness everybody's after? And when you dissect that, it usually comes down to a feeling of freedom, a feeling of peace, a feeling of right. So happy can be tons of things. So and maybe you were never happy in your life. This could happen. This could be a thing as well, you guys, right?
Mm.
Maybe you're chasing happiness, but you wouldn't even recognize it if it would slap you in the face. So that's why emotional intelligence is just nothing but giving words to your emotions, right? Naming them. That's very important, just to get that clear, because you might be chasing happiness as if it's some elusive thing out there. But what is it for you really? And that comes down to the experience. And that's where we bring in imagination. So we are not chasing happiness, the emotion itself, because emotions are nothing but energy emotion that will leave. Right? But what are we then? We want an experience. That's what we really want. We want to experience sitting on the beach in the sun with my feet in the sand. Oh my God, you hear my voice? I've already started to slow down, right? I would enjoy that very much. For somebody else, it's like, oh my God, you know, what would Mount Everest climbing? I don't know what you're into, right? But that experience, that feeling, that sensation, that is exactly what you want. So you want the experience. And so then you can imagine a scene where you can bring about as much of that experience, these emotions that you get from that experience as possible. And that's the fastest way to program
Mm.
your brain and have your subconscious believe it, because everything starts with a desire to experience it. You do not want 10 million. What's that 10 million? What do you want to do with that 10 million? That's what it's about. What's the experience?
Right.
Well, I want to have a relationship. All right, cool. I want to know what it's like to live in a country where it's always nice and warm. Yeah, these are you're talking about experiences, and now you're going to put a price tag on them,
Hmm.
because your core belief is that you cannot have that unless you're a millionaire,
Right. Hmm.
which is not true. You can have a relationship not being a millionaire.
Right.
You can move to
I
a
brought that,
country.
I
Yeah.
mentioned that yesterday. The guy, the programmer from Facebook that like was given, millions in stock or whatever. And they're basically like, oh, what are you going to do now that you're a millionaire? And he's like the same. He's like, I was doing whatever I wanted before, that made me happy.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah.
I was rich, he's like, now I'm just going to continue doing that, but I'm going to have more people bugging me, bothering me. And it's like, it's funny
Well,
because like
yes.
for
Well,
let's
maybe.
say like for me, like some of my favorite things to do, like I like, to mountain bike, or like, going to the beach, or, going to the, for a run, or going to the gym, or like whatever. And it's like, let's say, all of a sudden my money portfolio just 1,000x or whatever. I would have more time to be able to do the things that I love to do, like, those experiences and things like that. I'd have more freedom to do those. So it's not necessarily that the money has gave me the ability to buy happiness, but the things that make me happy, I have more time freed up to enjoy doing those
Yes, but
things.
here's the crux with
Uh-huh.
this though. Even if you needed some money, the money will come. This is the thing. The money follows the desire.
Mm.
You know, and you know this. Don't give me a no if you're sitting right now in a
Mm-hmm.
space, or if you're still on the live stream. because we're far away from crypto right
I
now.
know, jeez.
But
Well, kind of,
bar the millionaire money thing.
kind of far away, but
Yeah.
kind of, maybe more crypto than crypto.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly,
it's
because
like the
it's
mental
coding in a
health
different way.
aspect of yeah, just being responsible
Ooh,
for a
Inception
portfolio.
vibes.
All of a
Well,
sudden.
everything is coded.
Mm,
Yeah. So watch this. We know this is not true because what we do when we are in love, even if you have to look, you can be like, shit, I need to go over and see her. I really want to see her. But there's no gas in the tank and you gotta drive 4 hours. Your brain is gonna cook up something where you can get some money for the gas in the tank. And don't tell me this is not true.
yeah,
That is true. You find it through insane ways.
yeah,
Yeah, we've
Exactly,
all been there.
exactly. Yes.
yeah, dude.
So don't tell me the money follows the desire. Your brain is gonna be like, no, this is what we want. And then boom, the money will happen. Right? Your brain, that RAS part of your brain, will start working for you proper then. Like, okay, we need the money. I get it. I get it. We really want this. Let's go.
Just need to want it enough.
People can move mountains, right? You can move mountains. It's just the energy, the emotion. So, do you really want it? And some people say, I want to be a millionaire, but their subconscious inside is saying no, no, because people with money are evil, and so I don't want to be evil. I think of myself as a good person. This is that self concept talking, the inner you, right? That could be a belief. No, because I'm not a lazy person, and people with money are lazy. No, I don't. I actually don't want to be a millionaire because I'm afraid that people will look at me different, and so I want to stay in that comfort zone as well. So it's just money. It just mirrors you, right? That's what it does. So you can learn a lot about yourself by being an observer of how you look at money, and then also you can use your imagination with this. So let's go crazy. Put your imagination on steroids, right? When you're thinking, oh, rich, and then you see yourself in a little, getaway on some island. No, make it bigger. Mansion. You're a rock star, so you're gonna go out on performances, and so you're gonna be photographed, and just feel when it doesn't start to feel right from you when you use your imagination. So put yourself as a rock star on stage. If that makes you feel awkward, the real you is now giving you the feeling that this is awkward. So this is your subconscious mind saying, no, that's not for us. So now we know what your subconscious mind believes around you being on stage and a rock star. So the chances of the reality ever forming that you're going to be on stage as a rock star, next to zero. Right? But you can learn using your imagination this way. Actually, when some people don't know what their target is, I just do a random hypnosis like this for people, and they come up and say why it makes them feel awkward.
Sorry. I want to say something. But
Yes.
you can be a rock star without being on stage.
You can, but it's just when we try to look for our shadow side, we're trying to put ourselves in very awkward situations, and then whatever comes up as a feeling, that is who you are on the inside. And it's okay if you do not want to be on stage. Exactly. Then you can ask
Yeah,
your
true,
brain,
true.
hey, if we still have the desire to be a rock star, how can we be a rock star without doing all that? And then your brain will be like, oh, we can do this, we can do that, right? But
Yeah,
it's
right,
it's
right.
it's nothing more than an exercise to see who you really are on the inside. That's what this exercise is for. So put yourself in weird situations with your imagination, and then the feelings that come up and the resistance that you feel, that tells you who you are on the inside. That's your subconscious mind. That's the beliefs that you have on the inside.
Yeah, because you can't lie to yourself. You can't lie to yourself.
No, you will never hurt yourself. This is why this works so beautifully. Sometimes you're not getting what you want because the inside of you is just not comfortable with it. So you're not going to get it. And it does so because it wants to keep you safe. But also the subconscious mind is a blind fool. You can tell it on repeat with emotion. something else and it will believe it. And this is where we use the imagination to be slightly delusional. And that, I mean, don't go crazy. That's not what I'm trying to say here. But we kind of, and I kind of did that for competitions as well, where you need to have first place. You're obsessed with winning, everything that has to do with what you're doing. There's obsession coming in, and there's the delusion that you are going to be the number one. Even though in reality, I'm not there yet. So you're just going to brainwash yourself into it. And this is a known tactic. CIA has these tactics as well. It sounds woo woo, but it's really not. It's how our brain works. Marketing knows this, CIA knows it, tons of other people know it. And if you know it, then you can apply it in your own life. You can actually change other people too.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Dude,
Yeah,
So
but like,
do for me, and then we're gonna change the subject, but do for me
mm,
an experiment. Tomorrow morning, you need to go to a store. When you wake up, you're gonna tell yourself, everybody is gonna smile at me today. Everybody who talks to me is gonna be friendly. And that feels good, right?
mm,
And when you go to the supermarket, the thing is, people will do it because you're expecting it. And so your facial expression is very different from another day. And so you are going to
yeah,
expect. And
yeah,
then when people are rude, you're just going to wait until they start to smile at you. That's what you do, right?
yeah, because you
Yeah.
programmed your subconscious to
Yeah.
make people be happy.
yeah. It does
Wow.
make
Yeah.
a huge difference. I remember you told me that a few weeks ago, and out of curiosity, I tried it out like a little bit more, like in my day to day
Yeah.
life, and I noticed like remarkable like results in
Yeah.
terms of like just like my responses with just people in general. Just like and you told me like always smile at babies, and so I started doing that, and they all
Yes.
like
Always smile
wave
at
at me.
children.
They all like wave and smile and get so happy, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like before I used to just ignore them, and then you told me you're like always smile at children, always smile at babies, so that they know that the world is a friendly place. And I was like, you know what, that struck a chord with me. Um, yeah, so
Yes. Yes, because and this is coming from the fact that I treated so many people who especially had childhood traumas, and people do disgusting things with children, and just starting with ignoring to verbal abuse to absolutely disgusting things,
mm,
right? And so, but the thing is that they always told me because sometimes it's a story that I was listening to, and I could not even imagine coming back for that one, right?
mm,
I would be like thinking if that would happen to me, I would be fragmented all my life and broken. And but these people are like, well, the one thing that was the silver lining for me was always my neighbor because she used to give me some candy. She would smile at me and give me some candy. So there was always this was always a stranger, a person, a rando, teacher, somebody at the supermarket. But these children remember that moment. They remember that smile.
mm,
Yeah, because what you do is you're validating somebody when
yeah,
you look at them and you give them some of your attention, some of your, you're paying them attention, right? So
right,
you're honoring somebody,
yeah,
and so for children that feel invisible and neglected, this is
wow,
huge. And so always smile at children because you don't know. And
yeah,
we like them to think that that there are also good people in the world.
mm,
So they have a sense of later on, maybe not in the moment, but later on be thinking like, no, the world is not such a dark place and I can be good as well because there's other good people.
mm,
Right? That's kind of the message that you're giving there. It's bigger than you think. It's kind of that butterfly effect. You have the power to influence people and you
yeah,
don't even know it.
right,
Right?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
huge, yeah. Oh man, that is yeah. Just the way that it's crazy. Like the stupidest concepts go viral, but like things like this, more like better thinking through living, like living your way into better thinking through actions. Things like
Yeah.
these are concepts that need to be like brought to the forefront of like pop culture and what's important to be for people to be
Yeah, and
talking
it's
about.
unfortunate because in social media is a great thing, but it also works against us here because we're getting very much isolated, right? And this is some remnants from that Corona era. We see it with our teens, right? The boys and girls that were 10, 12 at the time, we see them struggling a lot. And they are somehow, they keep themselves a little bit like behind a veil from things because there's still, yeah, they had some things missing in a time where you should be with your friends all the time, right? You should be trashing on your parents. They cannot do a thing right, but your friends are always right. Right, even though they're as dumb as you are, right? But that's something that needs to happen for our development. And there's a whole generation that got a little bit behind on that.
Yeah.
But the thing is that we need to become observers of what we do without judgment. And this is so hard for people to do, to observe yourself doing a behavior without judgment. It's like, oh, I am actually doing this. All right, cool. I just register it. I do not give it any power of judgment there, right? And so that's very forgiving to yourself, but also to other people, because I might not know, so I reserve my judgment, right? And I sometimes don't know enough about myself either, because that has many depths as well. So I reserve some judgment and I give myself, therefore, the way to make better, right?
Mm.
But just it's already hard this morning, and the space was kind of hard too because we are talking about crypto. And I'm very analytical and very number driven there, because at one point we need to come to something that is truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Facts. And so, and that these facts can speak in any direction. But I'm always having the conversation from an observer. So I'm not, but then other people are always saying, yeah, but I don't. And I'm like, I wasn't talking about you. We're talking in general. We're an observer of a behavior. But now you're going to own the behavior by telling me, yeah, but I don't do well. I kind of want to do it because of, and it's like, you don't need to explain yourself. There's no judgment here, right? But people always do. And that's because everybody has their head up in their own asshole. And it's true. And social media is not helpful with this, because kind of that self, that confirmation bias is just constant there, right?
Mm.
And so, yeah. So we used to have, and this is like coming back to the generation that misses these things. So I grew up in a time, well, I hung around different people, obviously, looking back, but we were in think tanks. So we were actually in groups of people of all ages and all streams of life, doing all sorts of stuff. And we would tackle big ideas, right? Monetary systems, racism, right? Anything taboo. We
Mm-hmm.
would talk from different perspectives, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being observant of everybody is like, oh my God, wow, that's insightful, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then together we come to some consensus or not, but that's not the objective. The objective is to have everything on the table as much as we can, so we can see some truth in this, make some sense out of this. And when you have these conversations, everybody comes together, even though we were maybe a little bit here on the end and the other one is on the other end. But usually, when you have a conversation, being observers, just talking about stuff, and not taking it personal, right? You come together more. And that's the conversation that we need to have. And that is actually the antidote to the political things that everybody just take personal. Because if we are just start to point and judge everybody and point towards people, they're gonna just dig down their heels in the sand just a little bit more on what they're believing in, and so we're gonna just push it to the extremes at some point, right? So we need to have a conversation. Just being observers and not taking things personal, nor give out personal. Don't attack anybody. Ad hominems are just so cruel, right? So yeah, don't do it. Just have the conversation. We can say, observe, hey, Bitcoin, if you have top blasted Bitcoin last bull run at 69K, you
You'd
would
be up
still be up
60%.
almost 2K. Well, yes, right? So that's an observation. We can talk about it, right? There's
Yeah.
nobody can say, right, what do you think about this? Yes, well, it's very hard to hodl. So it could also be a reality that a lot of people just sold after a year because, yeah,
Mm.
waiting for 3 years was going to be difficult. And then, okay, so what do we need to then hodl for 3 years? Well, we need some conviction, right? We need to do our research. That's the observer conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we might also, and then somebody will say like, oh, we might also, that might also be valuable. And it's like, yeah. And then at the end, we get a little bit more of a good perspective on things, like how to do it better. Because the fact is this, right? And then everybody just adds to the conversation this way. And then somebody will say like, yeah, well, just, some conviction will work. And then some other people say, yeah, maybe not really, because time is a thing too, and we all get bored and we all get demotivated. You cannot be convinced all the time, and
Yeah.
that's true as well, right? So now
Yeah.
we come together, right? See,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And so then we can seek some answers to that. All right, so these are kind of two dynamics. So what can we do to tackle both of these in the best way possible, and then we move ahead. Now nothing is 100%.
Right. But that's kind of the importance of community and like finding
Yes,
healthy communities that are good for your mental health, essentially.
yes.
I feel I've
Anything,
yeah.
well, we know anything that isolates you is negative, is a net negative for you.
Mm-hmm.
People who abuse, first thing they do is what? Isolate their
Yeah.
victim. Right? They take people away from the family. Hey, whether you're a boy or girl or a man or a female, right? When people start to take you away from friends and family, it's not a good sign. It's a huge red flag, right? But also in crypto on communities, if you're in a community that tells you you cannot buy another token or you cannot talk to other people on spaces, what the hell?
Yeah.
Red flag. That's
It's like
tactic, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Just like a fucked up religion or something, a cult, these do the same thing. They isolate you from your family, take all your money, and you cannot talk to anybody because shit might might come to light, right? And so sometimes there's even outside voices. Other communities will be saying like, "Oh, isn't that a little weird that your community is like this?" And you'll be like defending it too because that's how fucked up you get
Mm-hmm.
with that when you're brainwashed like that. So it red flags, you guys. If you cannot talk about another ticker or another NFT collection, if you're part of the community, that's bullshit. You should be able to talk, right?
Yeah, I mean, if it's bullish, it's bullish. I mean, you should
Yeah,
wish good upon them anyway. Like, it doesn't matter where it's from, as long as it's from, like, as long as it is what it is.
yeah. We should. Everybody should be coming together based on the premise that we want to make profit.
Not everybody has this mentality.
Yeah, also that mentality, but it's very much like a abusive thing that goes on, and we kind of call it trauma bonding when it happens.
I actually picked up something like rather weird here the other day, just because, like, when like alt season is coming and people get like fuck you money.
Yeah,
I mean, I have no idea like, any idea about them. I just pulled it up. It's the Solana gold bars. I have no idea about them, but it's gold bars, and like
oh,
that's like a picture of a banana. You never know how it goes with those kind of things.
I know. Look, I feel a little bit triggered. Last week I had this dream. It was kind of
Oh
like
yeah.
a lucid dream because I woke up in my dream and thinking, what the hell am I doing? And then I woke up shortly after,
Mm-hmm.
and I was loading. Yeah, freaking Adam is gonna laugh again. I was loading bars, bullions of gold in the trunk of my car, complaining about how heavy they were, and there was still 20 left. Right? And I was complaining. I was like, Jesus, these are heavy. This is gonna be a workout. And then I woke up in my dream staring at the gold, like, where did this come from? And why am I complaining? And then like a split second later I woke up and I was like, what was this? I need to close my eyes again and get back. Change this. I was complaining about golden bars that I was just hauling into the back of my car.
And now I come and chill the like Solana
Yes, I'm
version of it.
feeling,
So, like,
yeah,
that's
see,
that's
I'm
weird.
feeling very much synchronized. I don't know if I should ape based upon that, but sometimes that works out.
I got 8 of them or 9. Just like
See?
like
How
you
heavy
never
are
know.
they, Trash?
Oh, they're pretty light. I don't know how much my phone weighs. Pretty
Hmm.
light. Feels nice. Get yourself a gold bar.
Yeah, get yourself a little bullion going on there. By the way, where did they go after the Second World War? Yeah.
Ooh, I have no idea.
No, yes, whole countries don't know. But everybody was like, where's the gold? Oh, yeah, it was chaotic in the war. And it was like, oh, so we made like massive amount of gold disappear. Yeah,
I
something
bet there's like some basements that's like overfilled.
something is not right there. Sus AF. All right, you guys, let's move on. Okay, anything else we want to talk? Oh, how about this? So yeah, because of this, these topics somehow show up in those spaces, and I kind of always am a person that I either talk about this or talk about that. And so I was thinking. So first, I wanted to do some trading for my subscribers. We're gonna do some trading, and I was gonna call some entries and exits for you guys, but I cannot do that on X due to rules and regulations, especially from my country, because that would be falling under that financial advice that I just can't give. So that's a no. That might be doable in Telegram, but not on X. So I was thinking, how about just something else that I do really well, and that is hypnosis and conversational hypnosis. So how about for my subscribers, we'll do like 3 times a week, and then I give you some homework to do, just a tiny bit, not hours, something you can do 5 minutes every day, and do 3 times a week. So we're gonna alternate days, and we're gonna rewire some brains here. How about it? Would you think that's bullish?
Yeah, that'd be cool. In my opinion, yeah, yeah. I'd be down to try. Like,
For 9.99 a month. I mean, I want to keep the threshold a little bit low because I don't want to, you know.
I mean, it's nine, like it's $10 you talk about.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty cheap, let's say.
yeah, that's a pretty cheap subscription, and then you get 3 hypnosis sessions a week, and we can do some questions around it as well, right? Like a question round.
I mean, how much would you pay for it, like in real life? I mean,
Oh,
way, way more, you know?
way more. Yes,
Yeah,
of course,
yeah. So this is like cheap.
it's going to be slightly different, of course, in spaces because I cannot see you guys, and so, but I think I did enough. I did enough stuff where I can do it in spaces without seeing people. So I kind of feel the vibes in the room at a point that I think we're ready to go into an induction. And this is all going to happen without you even knowing you're getting induced, right? So that's great. But I do this for companies as well, and I can actually teach you guys how to do conversational hypnosis, so you can become more magnetic, right? And more confident when you speak, especially if you're a speaker. So, and then how to engage with other people in this way. Also, maybe if you want to go on a date, right? That could be a thing too. Many ways.
Sure. Are you asking me out? Like, sure, let's go.
Well, you're just across some water here.
Oh yeah, yeah. But you live in the best city ever, like Amsterdam. Oh, lucky.
Yeah, you think you're lucky, and until you need to on ramp some, and you need to pass bank statements and crap like that, it's like Jesus Christ. Can you not?
Oh, you don't think Norway's horrible at
This
that?
this is a beautiful country. If I didn't need to pay 40 to 45% tax in my bracket here,
Do you guys also do that? I do the same. Like, it's like 48.
yeah, I don't you think it's annoying?
It's I can't wait till like I earn enough like from crypto or whatever, like passive income, that I don't have to like
All right,
tax that. Then just move.
so where are you gonna move? Because I'm gonna move. Where are we going?
I haven't. Let's see. A place where
I did
trash
this.
pandas
Uh,
are legal.
they're everywhere.
Yeah, but where I
Costa
can like
Rica.
have them as pets.
Costa Rica's one. Yeah.
Costa Rica. They've
Ooh,
got like
yeah, that's nice.
tax.
Well, of
Yeah.
course, while they're here,
Switzerland doesn't have any crypto tax as far as I know.
yeah, Switzerland, but Switzerland is also a little cold, so I'm looking for somewhere with some better
Yeah,
temperatures
yeah, but you
where I
just
don't
have your
need to feel.
residency there, and
Yeah,
then you like live in the warm country. That's
yeah.
where you pay
So,
tax.
so let's go ahead and look because, of course, Wireless is the analytics on this already, and I'm going through these notes right now. So I'm looking at first of all Latin America because of I like to be on the coast. They have beautiful coast, of course. So there's going to be some pros and cons here. And so we have, of course, Guatemala. So lowest headline PIT in the region and no tax on foreign income. So 0% on foreign income and 7% on local. You can have an easy residency investment. It's about 50K to um, uh, well, you need 50K, that's the minimum. And it has a 183-day rule for tax residency. So then we have what actually got my attention a little bit more, and that's Paraguay. So territorial system, simple and low taxes, and so very affordable to live, right? So 0% on foreign income, 10% on local, low threshold for residency because you only need a bank deposit of $5,000 and minimal physical presence is required, so you don't even be there. So that's Paraguay. Then we have Uruguay, which is like now in the top three of my countries here because there's a 10-year tax holiday on foreign income for new residents and then a flat rate option. So the option for after 10 years is just 7%. Residency via income proof, and you only need $1,500 a month. If X is paying you $1,500, you can go to Uruguay and be happy. And so strong passport stability there as well. So Uruguay, yeah. Just the thing is, living expenses there are just a little bit more, right? But they have a better coast. So Panama, also no PIT on foreign income, business friendly. Up to 25% local on taxes, 0% on foreign. So friendly nations visa for quick residency there, and no wealth or inheritance tax either. So that's nice, Panama. That's why Panama is such a thing already, right? And then we of course have the Costa Rica, right? And for a residence visa, you need 2,500 a month on income proof and ecotourism appeal. So that is kind of a thing that they have right now. And then we still have El Salvador and everything. But here's the thing with Latin America. What's the other side of that? Well, crime. Right? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna move my bitcoins over there. Let's say Adam, while he's moving to Uruguay, there, I'm just gonna be on my little beach residence. I'm on X, so just, pumping my Bitcoin bag, and all of a sudden, people are like, "Oh, you're sitting there? Let's go!" Right? That's a thing, you guys, right? So I don't know about these countries. They're so nice with taxes, but then it's like, wow, I have extra costs because maybe I need to
A
hire some
bodyguard.
bodyguards or
Yeah.
surveillance or whatever. Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you even cover? Did you cover El Salvador just then?
El Salvador is
Oh my
also,
gosh.
yeah, Bitcoin
Gangland.
friendly because that's the thing. Yeah,
One of the scariest
Well, it used to
but
places.
be. It used to be. It used to be, but he's really cleaned it up, hasn't he? The
yeah, it's really cleaned it
Bitcoin
up. Yeah.
president. Yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So what they basically did, and they kind of did the same as Bali. So they did raise the local tax to 30%. So, and they used to have a fast track residency for Bitcoin investors. But you know why? El Salvador is kind of the safest one out of all of those. So it's kind of nice, but they are changing laws there as well, the same as they are going to do on Bali. Bali used to be like this island in Indonesia that would be so crypto friendly as well, but not so much anymore. And it's in El Salvador and on Bali as well. You could buy houses just with your crypto, right? So that was nice as well. But yeah, right. How about Asia? I never did Asia. What's going on there, Adam?
Yeah.
Well,
I
so
think
basically, so Hong Kong is actually the place where crypto is becoming like fully legalized, not just decriminalized, right? So, because I think there's quite a big difference between those countries that would decriminalize crypto and legalize it, right? I think Wild knows what
Yes.
I'm talking about because she's
Yes.
she's in Amsterdam, so
Yeah.
that's where there's legal or
Yeah.
decriminalized
Yeah.
marijuana, right?
What you see in those countries, they will often give Bitcoin yes, Ethereum yes, XRP no, Solana no, right? So they are going to be nitpicky about that. That's basically how you can tell that they have decriminalized thing going on and not a legalized thing. Because when you legalize crypto, it's usually going for all of it, right? And not just
I saw
Right. Yeah. So
Solana.
It's going to take forever, though. It's going to take forever for this thing to come through for real. Like, sorry, Trash, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I just saw yesterday or today the first Solana ETF thing got approved, if
Yeah,
I'm
but
not mistaken.
not by Hong Kong investors. So,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
no, you are right. But Solana and XRP and all the others are not recognized in every country. We need to realize this, and this is the reason why CoinFlux in China is the blockchain for that's used in China, right? So China Telecom uses it, et cetera, et cetera. All these, I think McDonald's China is doing it, right? CoinFlux, and so that's their layer one. And kind of in China, it's kind of known that they have their own thing versus Western thing. So in the Western,
Bricks.
yeah, right. Yes, they like to have their own thing. Yeah, Well, they right. always did, and so they have their own WhatsApp. They have their own YouTube. Right. They have their own Twitter. YouTube is like Bilibili. Actually, if you're a creator, you get paid more on Bilibili. Just go ahead and just be on Bilibili then.
Use a VPN.
Yeah, it sounds like too Bilibili. You know what Billy means in my language?
No.
Your ass. We
Well,
Whoa.
call
that's
them Billa.
genius.
Yeah. One ass cheek is a bill, and the plural is billan. Just en behind. Yeah. Shake your billa.
What?
Yeah.
Shake your billa. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Wow.
So in Amsterdam, we also refer to because Amsterdam has a lot of Jewish slang in its dialect, and so in Amsterdam we also would say toches. Je toches. All right.
Oh, your tuckus is
So in theory,
that's
like,
a Hebrew word? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very
That's
cool.
a Hebrew. Toches. Yiddish. Yeah. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Let me see if I can have a song with that. Yeah, there's a song. Here we go.
Je kan het schudden als je wil. Je kan het schudden als je wil.
Here we go. Put your billen. Shake your ass. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Schud your billen. Shake your ass. Whoa. Schud your billen, you guys. Bills.
Switchabilla, let's go.
Bills is, yeah. Van Bills is actually doing the thing, right? You're going Van Bill. You're going off the ass. That's basically how we're saying it. Yeah.
I,
Really?
you know what? It just dawned on
Van
me,
Bill.
Adam. You don't have the alpha on 717 AI, do you? Because
Oh yeah.
we were
What's that
talking
all
about
about?
studying that, and I
Yeah.
totally slept on that. I was up till
Yeah.
what, 2 a.m. last night, and then it's completely spaced on. The ticker is Wire. There's a prize pool of 150K in Wire tokens that Lurky is, running a campaign for currently. JJX Meta from the Doginal Dog community. I don't know JJ, but he's currently in second
Yeah.
place. And then Shabir is in first place, only beating him by 64 points. Dang, yeah. So these leaderboards, I love the gamification of this. Click is, so yeah, this campaign just started. So Click is on the board as well. So yeah,
Is
Adam,
it
do
for
you
Lurky?
have? Yeah, this is all Lurky that I'm talking about. That's why I brought it up. But
Oh.
I wasn't sure if Adam has the alpha on it, or we're probably gonna have to do our own research and come back to it.
Yeah, actually, I'm afraid I have little alpha on this. I
Ah, I
did
see.
see the campaign coming up, but
Did it start today?
yeah.
It
No,
started
no, no, no. This
Oh,
started
7 days
on
ago. Oh,
a
we're
week
late.
ago. Yeah, yeah, we're a
about a
bit
week
late.
ago.
Okay, we're a bit late.
But I think these campaigns don't really last for long enough, actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I think what they should do is these projects should do multiple campaigns, because then it can really get people actually talking. Because like when we were talking about virtuals, we talked about virtuals for like 5 minutes and then we forgot about it. And now they've got all of this interesting stuff that they've introduced, like the Unicorn Launchpad, which is a complete game changer. But nobody's talking about it because nobody cares, because Lurky's not
They
telling
haven't
everyone to talk about it, right?
incentivized it. Yeah.
Well, I want to talk about it, but I don't have any incentive to.
Exactly. It's like
It's like I want to talk, but why would I talk if I'm not getting paid for it? Can you
That's
imagine?
it. Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
and
Like,
I mean,
so
how badly do we need another launch pad? I don't know, the Unicorn launch pad, but I mean, it is on base though, and it's on Virtual's protocol. So where do you go?
well,
Do you go
well,
to
dude,
build? Go
yeah,
ahead.
well, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, it's actually very cool. And because what they've done is they've actually made this thing called automated capital formation,
Mm-hmm.
which is basically it's kind of removing the stigma out of selling for teams to sell by basically setting it up so that once you hit a certain market cap, it automatically executes a sell order for you, right? So on behalf of the team, and then you're able to use it as a fundraising mechanism. And it's like the point is it's transparent, right? So everyone knows what the game is. So it's not like you can have the team just like secretly dumping on you in the
Yeah.
background. It's all just that, everyone knows if you hit the $2 million market cap, then like boom, that unlocks like 50K or whatever it is. You have to you have to study it more to understand.
It's not the
But it's
virtual
actually pretty.
ventures, is it? The ventures source
No, no, no,
capital
no,
from
no, no.
multiple
It's not
Uh-huh.
sources.
virtuals.
Oh, I see.
It's
It's
So,
Unicorn
virtuals.
right here. Okay,
so
now I see it.
you want to have me give you like a simple explanation. We'll go through it together. So, a Wire is the utility token for a 717 AI, an AI powered OTC desk on Base via Virtual's protocol. It settles big crypto trades, Bitcoin, Ethereum, stables, and AI tokens super fast and cheap for institutions, DeFi teams, and AI agents. Think AI reads market data, executes trades, handles on and off ramps, and holders get free discount, exclusive terminal access, alpha signals, governance, and a revenue share via burns. So they do have a partnership with Circle. Oh, these are not in the least. Okay. So Circle official direct USDC mint redemption listed on their alliance directory, and Tether, Anchorage, Kokite AI, yeah, which has these institutional ties. So 30 plus clients now, just added two cross-border manufacturing firms. Wow, it's actually more bullish. I'm getting more bullish. All right. So 717 progress, 58 million plus settled volume, right? 472 volume today, last 24 hours. Liquidity of 1 million holders, 8K, and it's up 3%. Multiple all-time highs, up to 30K percent from launch. New payment integrations for bigger, faster settlement. So that's the project, the process there. Progress, I should say. So they also have a bank acquisition. So in final due diligence on small US bank in the Midwest, this unlocks Fedmaster accounts, real-time fiat rails, and massive scale. Game changer for crypto, TradeFi. So it's the TradeFi bridge, right? Basically. And so consistent buyback. So the teams burns Wire token daily from real revenue on virtuals. Example, 15K has been burned October 27 and 25K October 22nd. And there was also 15K on October 24. All right. And even on a bank holiday. They did that. 175K deployed, 5% supply burned, flywheel, more volume, more burns, scarcity. So that's that flywheel that got going there. Snapshot 28th of October. That's just there. 17 mil cap, undervalued gem with real biz. Yeah, no kidding. Wow, lots to unpack here. I'm not gonna lie. Is this space being reverbed?
Yeah,
Is it?
it is. It should be.
Right.
I'll double check that. But yeah,
All right.
the chart on 717 does look great. If you look at it since the
Mm-hmm.
campaigns started, it's like, damn, jeez, yeah, it's Huh. Yeah, it's sitting at 17 mil market
So
cap.
let's what are OTC settlements? So a lot of people might not know this. So OTC is over the counter, right? So big crypto trades, 100K to 50 mil, done off of exchanges directly between two parties. Why are we doing this? Well, we get better pricing, keeps things more private, and it avoids also price slippage. So we're moving in the market. So the problem that this token then solves is normal OTC is kind of slow and messy. There's this trust issue as well. And so when we have to deal with just spreadsheets, email, manual quotes, 1 3 days to settle, and high fees. And so 717 AI is going to fix all this, right? They're going to make that, yeah, Insta. So it's that TradFi. That's nice. All right. Well, I think I'm getting a good scope of what this is all about. Adam, are you still with me?
Yeah, yeah, just about. Yeah, just about. I find the problem is like I think my bandwidth to absorb projects which are not directly relevant, although it's like I can understand it solving like an important problem in finance that is, I mean, it's probably required, right? And they're probably doing a great job. But it's difficult for me to be able to kind of even engage with it somehow. Like, which is interesting because, like, say when Lurky came along, it's
Yeah.
like super easy for me to engage with and understand and like get into because it's just I just
Well, of
know I
course, because
understand this
it
space, right?
yes, and of course you had something cooking in your own brain, and then virtuals and Lurky and everything
Yeah,
is
yeah,
aligning with this, and this is not,
yes.
right? Yeah, so it's
Right. It
also not.
doesn't quite.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah,
quite, but it does. I know it's useful because I've looked into this OTC business
yeah,
myself, right? And
yeah,
I get exposed to all these kind of potential like OTC people and then
yeah.
but it's somehow it's like it's quite I find it quite dense to kind of dig into like what would you what's your main takeaway from the 717 capital
Well,
thing
I
then?
think
Like
they're
what
gonna.
does it actually
I
they're
think,
buying a bank and
yeah.
so it's like we can do kind of deals. So we can just do like these side deals that OTC, and then OTC kind of seems a little bit sketchy as well. But like I don't know. Maybe I'm not.
Yeah,
Maybe
no,
I'm a
you're
bit
absolutely right.
bearish on OTC.
Yeah, but it's still going on because it's still for the reasons that I just mentioned, bullish, right? So it would be bullish. People are still doing it, OTC deals all the time. It's just that they get messy. And so we don't want that mess. And so this is where this token steps in. But there's also that TradFi, right? So you get signals as well. So it's not just that, it does some other things as well. But this is kind of the main problem that the AI is trying to solve here. Make these OTC less messy and more, therefore also bring some trust in the OTC together. Because it is a thing. And so, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not, I used to be a lot more active on the financial blockchain, which is injective. Yeah, that does a lot of financial DeFi. I used to be so interested in that, and I kind of moved away from that as well. So it's look at one point, how many tokens can we hold? But that doesn't mean that it's not bullish, right? If you're
No,
in that,
I'm
if
sure
you're,
it's
yeah,
bullish.
yeah,
I'm sure it's bullish, but I'm also sure that there's like a ton of competition, right? Like
yeah,
and somehow I'm kind of quite certain I find so it's really difficult for me to kind of discern
yeah,
the
just how
the
much?
projects that will succeed even if like with all of these partnerships it sounds incredible but it's also like they've all got all these partnerships, do you know what I mean? So it's like
Well, I kind of
how do you
circle. It's kind
pick
of a
out
hard one to take.
how do you pick it out though? How but no
Yeah.
but it's like who are they up against for real though? Like I mean they're up against, I mean they could be, I guess it could be acquired right by like Coinbase or something and maybe that's how it'll work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's not that I'm not interested. I might even use this thing at
No,
some point, right? Do you
I
know what I
would,
mean?
yes, but I'm with you as far as like, yes, well, it's kind of dense. We're not gonna lie, right? I'm bullish on these things because there's too much AI that just doesn't make sense, and this makes actual sense. And so that's a plus one in my book, right? when it comes to AI. So I don't think this is a bad token, especially not when it's in. We all know that institutional money and financial DeFi is going to be a thing. It's going to have to be a thing if we want to be operating in Web 2, right? And so we kind of have to bridge there with these things, with that DeFi. And so I think this is just another, that OTC is just another aspect of it. But yeah, let's look at some competition then. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I'm looking into it. I'm looking at the X actually now to try and kind of get my head around it a bit more. But
Yeah.
I'm also sometimes I'm like I can be a bit like because you hear these numbers, right, and you hear the volume and things like that, and I'm a bit skeptical about the fact it's like anytime anybody tells me like
Okay, so I'm a
volume.
little bit more bullish here now because I just pulled up anything that can compete with this.
Oh right,
And then
and
we
what have you
have the
found?
established ones that's not AI, but established ones. And then we're talking about the Kraken OTC, Binance OTC, Cumberland does that, right? And so these are the non tokenized. But then we have the AI driven trading and settlement agents, right? These OTC agents. It's Chain GPT, IO Finet, and PAL AI. And there's just three. And then we have the broader AI ecosystems, which are not a direct competition to begin with, right? They overlap AI and crypto, but aren't just for OTC, right? And that is going to be Fetch AI and Yellow Card Breathe. So, um, so let's do a little breakdown. Let's. I'm gonna ask a breakdown here. Breakdown. So the biggest threats for it would be Crack and Binance just by scale, but they are not operating in the same way. They're not AI. So the market gap for 7.17 fills. Most competitors lack AI, institutional OTC plus token burns. So most of them don't have all these three ducks in a row, right? With a 58 million plus settled. And so they do have, of course, that flywheel. So they have the volume, burn, and scarcity, also giving that extra edge. So they are actually the only one with this mechanism. Just to point that out.
Well,
So
that's great. Yeah,
yeah,
good.
so it does
That's good.
something, yes, really niche in such a way that it's standing out, right? It's alone there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like it's actually working rather than it's just
Yeah.
kind of so yeah. Well, that's good news. Yeah. So it
Well, the
does.
partnerships working together with Circle and Tether, that kind of should tell you something as well, right? So I'm always bullish when I at least see those. And then have an AI narrative token that's actually standing out like this. That would be, if I would still need to fill a portfolio, I would consider. Not gonna lie.
Mm, interesting. Yeah. I
Um,
mean, I think I need to understand a bit more. So I still don't understand like what is it, what does the token actually do, and how does that mechanism actually work,
Maybe we
right?
can
So
explore a little bit more of that tomorrow, and I'll just deep dive a little bit more into it. Let's do another
yeah.
dive tomorrow.
And
So we,
is it like a product? Can we use it now?
yes, it's a
Because like
product. Yes, so
yeah, so we
you
could
can use it, and we using the coin. I think this is. Well, I'm just pulling this out of my ass because I haven't researched, but usually works like this. We're tokenizing the process of OTC here using AI.
that's kind of
And
cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
when you
is.
say it like that, it's
Yes.
actually kind of rad. But like the main problem was that the originally it was like just so when you say like we're tokenizing OTC using AI, that sounds kind of useful. Actually, I know some people that would be useful for as well.
Yes, so look, when we usually do direct buying and selling, we're having price impact, we're having fees that we're looking at, right, and all of that shizzle. And so when we're interested, who's interested in OCT? Well, it's the big money, right? And so they are looking to relieve fees, because it's
Yeah.
different if you want to OTC $1,000 versus $1 million or 100,000.
Yeah. Well, it's
So
actually
price
interesting because
impact,
it's
yeah, price impact.
717 Capital is like they're already on and off ramp
Mm-hmm.
trading, like a trading firm, an institutional trading firm specializing in on off ramp settlement and liquidity solutions. White glove.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it
sounds
makes it,
interesting,
it
but
makes it
sounds so
less messy.
they're already massive,
Yeah,
it basically. So
faster and cheaper.
yeah,
And
yeah,
they already did 53 million deals, OTCs.
yeah. It
So
seems to check out
yeah,
actually because yeah,
seems,
it
huh?
seems to check out.
So
It's funny because I find so many, like, there's so many random projects that I see on virtuals that I kind of, it's a bit overwhelming actually. So I'm my initial spidey sense is kind of skeptical, right?
mhm.
Like
Yeah,
generally, but actually when I look into it, it seems to be checking out for sure.
yeah. So here's the thing with all AI. So you should be bullish on a Sang, right? Dollar size Sang. Here we go. A mindshare dominance. So AI captures 35.7% of global crypto investors' interest, ahead of meme coins. So 35.7% of the narrative in the mind share does not, this is not market capitalization, something else, right? This is just sentiment. That's actually pretty high. And it's actually outperforming memes because memes are stuck there at 22% or something. Right. This is just mind share. This is not this is mind share dominance, not capitalization. So not dominance in the market at all, right?
What are you referring? Are you looking at Kaito?
No. I'm just looking up per going Gecko because that covers more.
Oh, okay, on
Yeah.
CoinGecko.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know they had that.
Yeah. But let us look at some numbers. So overall AI crypto sector market cap, so all of these tokens combined have been 29 to 32 billion volume there, and in total, and that's a 500 to 900% YTD search. And so the only one that is now outpacing them based on volume is RWA, especially in real estate. That's a little bit more volume, but it has less mind share, right? So what can we deduct from that? Well, that's West on Jam. Uh, la 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 la.
It's the
She's
Lurky feature. Song Jam DJ. See how it
Oh,
says
you're
yes, I
trying
10?
the
know. We tried
yeah,
it.
you're
Yeah,
trying the
we tried
song
it.
jam on
Yeah,
Lurky. Yeah,
yeah.
how it can you are you
Do
streaming
it.
this? Are you streaming this? You must
Yes.
be, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a look at the
I don't
stream.
know how many viewers we have left after this space,
It's
but
been a.
we are
It's.
having fun.
Yeah.
We are having fun. That's what counts.
Hell yeah.
I don't care about you.
I gained so many. I used some alpha that you gave me and just did the. You go into the search on X and then search GM and then just look
Yeah,
at latest
yeah,
and finding ones that have just
yeah,
happened a second ago and then connecting with people that I don't know. And like I made a bunch
yeah.
of connections really quick just doing that alone, just saying
Yes.
good morning to people. And I
Yeah.
was like, damn, I
When
should have
when
used
you
this
have a
hack
blue check
before.
mark,
Yeah,
when you have a blue check mark and you have a whole day, so don't do this in an hour. All
right.
right?
Yeah, take breaks.
Limit it to like 20 or 30 or 50 an hour, but you can get up to you can follow up to 400 people a day. So that gives you a projection of 400 new followers a day. And I did this when
Yeah,
I had the badge. I was sometimes I had days when I have 1,000 followers.
that's insane. That's
Because when you
A
nuts.
have a
thousand.
badge,
Sorry, did you say 1,000?
yes, because when you have a badge
Wow.
or a golden check mark, you can go to town. You don't have limits. But when you have premium plus, you have 400 limits. When you have just a regular check mark, you have 100. But it's 100 a day is still good. I mean, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. 100 days too. But
Huh?
100 a day is still good.
That's
Yeah, 100 days
3,000 a
still good.
month.
That's still 1,000 every 10 days. That's more than most do on X, so still a win.
Hmm.
And it's also less work. It's just that you have to then be careful because if you go over that limit, you're gonna end up in 24 hours, and so that sets you back then 24 hours. So just make sure that you stick a little bit with the rules there. Now for 400, that's already hard to do because that means that you probably gonna have to do, yeah, close to 300. Here's what I did. I did 250 replies because I ain't got time. And then I YOLO'd the rest. So 150 were just YOLO. When people were like, oh, let's connect, I was like, I'm just going to follow you first and see if you follow me back. If not, then, I'm not going to put in more here. But you have, 400 there. But if you have I was batched up by Bonnabets, remember? They got, their
Hmm.
golden check mark got suspended. That's why I don't have the badge anymore. But I had the badge, and you could go to town when you have a badge. Basically, you can do a lot, right? Still not everything. Don't be a douche, right? But
Yeah.
a lot. You can do a lot. Yeah. Also, when you are badged up, it's like if we get paid from premium and premium plus, but you get more from engagement. You get more cloud if you get engagement from golden check marks and people who are badged, and so that's why a lot of people will just follow you automatically if you are badged up.
Mm.
Yeah. How to get a badge? Well, that's usually from a gold checkmark account who can give away a certain amount of badges, and then they pay for your subscription to X, right? For your premium, they will take that payment, but it's going to cost them money, and so they want ambassadors for their brand, or some people do it in DAOs, and they actually put into a pot altogether. So, right, they do it in this way. So that could be a thing too. Maybe one day I'll set one up too, and we all gonna be wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Or blonde, because that's still happening. Yeah, you guys be amazed.
You going blonde?
Well, I'm not blonde by any means, but blondes
No,
are for.
that's what I'm asking. Are you going blonde?
Well, I have been sometimes in my life. I felt like I wanted to be, but I'm very much a brunette. I get highlights in the summer because of the sun. I get beach hair, which I love. And then we just start doing, but I love blondes. I mean, there's this misconception about blonde, right? And so I thought that was just fun, going to be a triggering thing. Also, let's just put a wig on everybody, right? Y'all should look at how that marketing style went for Ginger on Solana and see what market caps they reached. Yeah, do some research on that. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, they hit a token named Ginger, and their slogan was "Ginger have no soul," because
Oh
that's the
wow.
joke. Yeah, right. Because when you're a ginger, you first need a soul, and you become somebody. That's the lore in real life, and so that's what. And it was on Solana, so gingers have no soul. That's basically what it. Yeah, it was fun, right? That was a cool
I don't know
token.
about gingers, you know. I actually have a friend, and like, I swear to God, he's like into like sports betting and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And we have this ginger friend, and he basically like, okay, let me like scratch you in the butt crack for good luck. And the guy fucking won, and he did it 3 times. So like, I'm like, scratch a ginger's ass for good luck. Like that's
Well,
apparently a thing.
I don't know if that were that kind of luck, right? I didn't
It
know.
happened 3 times, and then one time when he didn't do it, like he lost. I'm like, this is too
What did
random.
you do? Did you just tickle his butt, like tickle,
I,
or
I I
you really
didn't. It was a
scratched him,
friend.
right?
Like it was a friend. He just scratched him. I'm like, what the fuck you doing that for? Oh, I'm about
Oh,
to
I
like
don't do that with
deliver the like
friends. I don't know,
betting.
Panda. I don't
I'm
even.
about to. It's kind of
I
crazy,
don't even
but
tickle my
it
own
worked.
butt.
No, same. It's the
Uh,
weirdest shit I've seen. But talking about gingers, yeah.
yeah, I would rub his head, not that his hair on his head. Oh Jesus, we just fell off a cliff. It's time for the outro. I must feel. That is real. It's done. I still have a
Okay.
meeting I need to rush into.
Here, let
Yeah.
me. I wonder if I can get this going quick enough. Song jam about space.
I still need to cook.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm actually quite interested to see how this shakes out because I think this is it, you can see it's still a test. So
Yeah.
I think that there are some features that aren't working, but actually the main thing that they're trying to one of the things that the new thing that Lurky are trying to introduce is the tipping, right?
Mhm.
So you can do like creator tipping and you can and the voice will talk it through, right? So
Yeah.
the the sexy voice that everyone loves, except for the people that don't, um, will yeah, we'll talk it through. So
Mhm.
oh, this is actually cool. I should watch the stream more because I kind of
Yeah.
forget to watch it while we're
Yeah,
chatting away
sometimes
here.
I do too, and sometimes it doesn't work on my desktop, and then I get feedback, right? Because I'm in the same room here, so I always gotta watch out with that
But
stuff.
Tick,
Yeah.
you're trying to play it on. Oh, you're trying to bring the other DJ in. Oh, I see. Oh, he has already.
Yes,
Oh,
we
man,
got
that's very
two.
efficient.
We are
Oh, so
being spoiled.
yeah, you are being spoiled. So we're also going to introduce
I'm gonna ride that
premium.
old
Oh
Oh
train,
my
God,
God.
here
till
we
my
go.
bags explode. Gonna stack these sacks till the ledger load. I'm gonna ride that old chain, go till the foot gets sold. Keep my keys offline, on my soul got soul. Call it in the bag, Fiat in the trash. Lost my seat once, now I got it in the stash. Miners in the pool and the hash rates on the tag. About to dip again, now I'm never looking back. Yeah. No diners hating, I just laugh while I'm inflating. My stack like it's ballooning, but my coin ain't inflating. Network stay secure, nose verified pure. Call me Nakamoto, yeah, I'm Salmon. Gonna ride that old chain, go till my bags explode. Gonna stack these sats till the ledges load. I'm gonna ride that old chain, go till the foot gets sold. Keep my keys offline, on my.
I just remembered I can't like change the song halfway through. You have to let the thing play out.
Yeah, we just have to listen
Oh,
now. Yeah.
man, I should have just put out the put the outro on. I forgot that it glitches out if you try to switch the song.
Bitcoin on my mind, ain't no central tide. Every 10 minutes that new block flies. They say it's a bubble, but I seen the lies. Keep spinning, just look at those pies. Nope, no KYC, I'm on my privacy. Got that coin on clean, ain't no tracing me. Like the flash, like the flash. Like the stuck, yeah. Digits of gold, but I'm feeling bold, oh. 25 fan, I still won't fold, oh. Government's panic, I just hold on. 1 BC is worth more than gold. Gonna ride that old chain cold till my bags explode. Gonna stack these sats to the ledges load. I'm gonna ride that old chain cold till the fuck gets sold. Keep my keys offline, on my.
It's so insanely long.
All
Jeez.
right. So one thing we need
Sorry.
to do is just fix the length of our
Yeah,
songs.
yeah. I like
Yeah.
the shorter
Minute and a half
ones.
for Anos and minute and a half for on spacers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my audio is starting to rug too. So I wonder. There's no way to pause it. I don't think. Okay, sick. Okay, that should be. Okay,
It's
here we go.
quite sick. You haven't like. It's quite cool. You haven't like rugged one
Well,
single
we
time
still.
this space, huh?
No, my
What?
audio is rugging on my end. It's like it sounds like crap.
Oh yeah, I hear you. You're
Crazy ape in every season. I just do the bank and
Oh,
Here
this
we
is
go.
it.
my bank account
This is not the outro.
I'm leaving cause I only
We'll just.
and the rest I
Anyway,
All right.
need them.
we'll have
Make
to
it
just
look
call
too
it.
Well,
easy.
it doesn't
Do it as a
matter.
joke, the style is too
It's a
sleazy.
messy
I'm about to
space,
give
but
this
it's a
bitch
messy
flow.
world. Aubrey,
Blowing
shout
all my
out to
money,
you. I
tryna
see
see
you,
it
girl.
relax, but I'm losing all my money. Keep on getting wrecked.
Aubrey is
Stay
gonna
up
be
all
number one
night,
together.
sipping Monster Energy. But
You
now
know.
my bank account's empty and my wife is leaving me.
Let me see. Let me try to rejoin real quick. Oh man, that was. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
In these damn churches, could I smell a fart when I couldn't stand the stenches? But the next leg up, I'm pretending maybe I can make it. Even though I'm broke, I'm asking what's the ticker. Patience wearing thinner, I ain't need no dinner. I just need a winner. What's the ticker? Where's it at? Snap it stunner like a gat. I got quick.
Okay, cool. A round trip. Anywho. That was the worst. Sorry about that, you guys.
Not a problem.
I think this has to be it. Let me see. Come on. I need to rename the files so that it's clear which one.
And
this
not call them all what's a ticker, because that's what
this is
there
it.
you go.
Yeah.
Bingo. Yeah.
That was
They're all
S-tier.
called what's a ticker. Episode
Cripple
1.
like a cat, see the chart, it goes flat. White headphones
go.
on his head, money counter on his lap. Gold chain with the strap, cashing out hella grams and got Solana in the bag. What's the ticker? Where's it at? I put the crypto on my tab. Blew the whole shot, didn't land. Another sell-off we been had. Not a single drop of liquid left. Bullish on another flip, all up and said it didn't slip. What's the ticker? Where's it at? I put the crypto on my tab. Blew the whole shot, didn't land. Another sell-off we been had. Not a single drop of liquid left. Bullish on another flip, by 1% it didn't slip.
Is this the full song?
Oh yeah.
Put the crypto like a cat. See the chart, it goes flat. White headphones on his hat. Money counter on his lap. Gold chain with the strap. Cashing out hella clans and got Solana in the bag. What's the ticker? Where's it at? I put the crypto on my tab.
Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Y'all stay bullish, my friends. Was that too much?
I'm just gonna wait till the song ends. I don't even care. I'm gonna make you all sit here. That's right. Everybody's what's going on here. Well, this was the outro of the space. It's the long version, extended version. Alright. Oh, we're still not done. Dying. I was gonna say some more. Wait for it. Yep.
See the chart, it goes flat. White headphones on his hat, money counter on his lap.
It's like the ever giving gift here, right? It just keeps going. You guys have a great night or a great day wherever you are. EAC, I see you. Will we see you tomorrow when we have a little bit more time? You're more than welcome to. Right? Thank you all for coming. I know it's been kind of a messy space, but sometimes it works that way, and it is what it is. You see me in the Crypto Moonlight tomorrow morning, which is 12 midnight for EST, I think. Hope I said that well. And or else we're just going to be back with What's the Ticker in the same time, same space tomorrow and till Saturday. And then Sunday's off, right? You get wake up with Wild on that day. All right, you guys, have a great time. Have a great day. Thank you for stopping by. See you all tomorrow.
Let's go.
Tick already said goodbye.
Yes,
Yeah.
stay bullish, my friends. Let's go.
Let's go.